Welcome back to Movie Dumpster, Season 8, Episode 16. Today we're talking about Carnosaur from 1993, directed by Adam Simon. And does Roger Corman's Carnosaur stomp Jurassic Park? We're going to find out. I'm Joe Lascola.
I'm Sean O'Rourke.
I'm Tony from Act the Movies.
Welcome to the Dumpster. Welcome, my green brothers. How's everybody doing today on this Carnosaur celebration?
I cannot believe you just revealed my secret identity to the world. Yes, I'm an alien. The truth
He's
is
a
out
reptilian.
There. This is just my skin suit. You need to know the passcode to get through.
Showing your skin chain off your balls.
It's definitely not mixed and blick.
You need some sugar water?
Yeah, some sugar in my water.
Sugar and water.
Yeah, my skin's barely hanging on. Right, Joe, exactly. Welcome also, by the way, Tony back to the dungeon.
From Hack the Movies. Here he is in his
So
all his
happy.
glory.
So happy. I feel like I just saw you guys, but I'm happy to be back.
Well, we got to talk some Carnosaur, dude.
We do, and I'm glad you have me on here. Not to get plugs out of the way early, but I've reviewed Carnosaur 2 and 3 on Patreon.
Yes.
And I've done a commentary for this movie,
The first one.
but I've never actually reviewed it.
Well, here we are.
I saved that for you. I saved my Carnosaur virginity for you.
There you go. There you go.
I wanted my first review of Carnosaur to be special and with two men. Much like my real first time.
We're gonna do some egg stuff later. Don't worry.
We're into some eggs.
But before we get into the genetically modified dinosaurs, if you want some more Movie Dumpster content, you can head over to patreon.com/Movie Dumpster. You can get an ad-free audio version of the show for only $2 a month, and you can get some other great stuff at the $5 and $10 tiers. We also have a YouTube membership program, which is kind of like Patreon Lite. You don't get the physical stuff that you get when you sign up for the regular Patreon, but you get commentary tracks, you get mini-sodes, and all kinds of good stuff like that. So if you want to help support your favorite show, pick one of those and sign up.
And if you're watching here on YouTube, please like the video and share it and subscribe if you're not already. And if you're listening on your favorite podcast app, leave us that 5 stars and a review if you got the time. Even a sentence helps. Anything, let us know what you like about the show, what you don't like about it. We're always looking to grow this dumpster community, and those reviews are the biggest thing that helps get the word out there to other folks. So we really do appreciate that.
Those reviews help more than anything. Don't let us go extinct, okay? You want to go on there, you want to hit that likes button, you want to hit that share button, you want to leave a comment, 5 stars, please. Really helps the show, and it doesn't cost a fucking dime. It doesn't cost anything for you to do that. So
It costs nothing?
It costs nothing.
I assumed it cost $10,000. That's why I never did it. Now that I know it's free, I'm going to do it. You should do it too.
Well, a lot of people want to support the show, and they're like, I don't got the money for the Patreon. I don't got the money for this. It doesn't cost nothing to leave a review, even if you already did.
But if you do want to send some of those dino tokens, you can always head over to moviedumpsterpodcast.com, where we do have a store with t-shirts, beach towels, hats. I'm not really sure what's on there right now, but different merchandise if you want to help support the show. We also have a calendar to all our upcoming events. And this is what we got coming up soon. September 27th and 28th. We will be vending at Crypt Video Rentals Goes to Hell at Neshaminy Creek Brewing in Croydon, PA. Come out for Found Footage Festival's Spooky Spectacular with an opening musical performance from Lapses, followed by a screening of Six Slices Pizza Party Massacre on Saturday. Then on Sunday, director Adam Marcus will screen his brand new documentary Hearts of Darkness, The Making of Jason Goes to Hell, followed by a screening of Jason Goes to Hell, The Final Friday. Grab your tickets now and let's ring in the spooky season right. We'll see you there. So we'll see you out there, and check it out over at moviedumpsterpodcast.com.
So yeah, boys, Carnosaur. This has been a long time coming for the Dumpster Boys.
Oh, God.
We talked about this a lot. And before we kind of jump into everything, before we jump into behind the scenes, I want to have everybody get their experience out of growing up with Carnosaur.
Well, if I can go first.
You can go first.
So how I discovered Carnosaur. My parents came home with like a bootleg copy of Carnosaur 2.
Okay.
Right to the sequel.
They didn't even rent it. I guess there was a guy who used to sell tapes near my mom's work. They were just like recorded off stuff.
Yeah.
And he gave her Carnosaur 2. And then my dad was like, hey, we got you the new Jurassic Park.
The Lost World?
But that was before even Lost World came out. And I went, there's another one? And he's like, yeah, here it is. And my dad, I guess, was unaware that I could read. And I went, this is just one word.
Don't worry about it. Tony can't fucking read.
And it begins with a C. But there's a 2 at the end. I'm like, I guess I'll put it on.
You'll
And I watched-
chance it. You wager options.
Yeah, wager options. I watched Carnosaur 2.
Jurassic Park.
Yeah, Carnosaur. I watched Carnosaur 2 not knowing what happened in Carnosaur 1. But it was easy to follow the plot because
Yeah.
it's just aliens.
Yeah.
Is it really?
It's literally the plot of Aliens, only they're electricians, not Marines. And instead of Newt, it's John Connor. No, I'm not lying.
Yep.
The kid they find, it looks exactly like John Connor, and he even has the hacking device.
Do they have a Terminator go back in time and shoot him while he's drinking a Mai
If they had
Tai?
time, I'm sure they would.
They got Miguel Nunez Jr. in there.
Oh,
That's
all
before
right.
he went to space and fought the leprechaun.
I watched that tape a million times. And eventually I would rent the first Carnosaur because I was so lost
Yeah.
in the story. I needed to know
Oh,
more
I thought you were
about
going
the
to say
story.
finally saw Lost World.
No,
but okay,
no.
got
I mean,
you.
I saw that too. That was okay. It's no Carnosaur. And then, eventually I watched Carnosaur 3. And I watched them a lot in the 90s. And I'm looking at this DVD case here. I wanted that DVD case bad. This DVD case, you could buy these individual DVDs for like nothing.
What are you pointing at for audio listeners,
Sorry,
Tony?
let me point this out here. So this DVD case, which you might remember me holding in a clip with Macaulay Culkin when I asked him to talk about Carnosaur.
Where did you get that from?
This?
No, that's mine.
I know that's your. No, I'm saying I've always wanted this.
Oh, gotcha.
So I've looked it up. I can get these DVDs really, really cheap.
Yeah.
These same 3 DVDs in this cardboard case, very expensive.
The cardboard.
Yes. Apparently, if you just put. So I might just buy the DVDs and print this out.
So that finally gives credence what Joe's been telling me for years.
Yeah.
Don't throw the slip cases
Don't-
out. Just save them for
Save
someone to
them.
buy it years later.
You would have been fucked.
So yeah, just to wrap this up, I love Carnosaur, and if you're a fan of this channel and my channel, it's been very documented how I covet the Carnosaur
Clock.
2 clock.
Going back to the
But-
Texas Chainsaw 4, our first video episode,
Yeah.
you were looking at it.
This is the grail item right here.
Yeah, but not anymore, Joe.
Oh.
Because some people might know that I own a Carnosaur 2 poster, but I recently just got a Carnosaur 1 poster.
And it's fucking sick, dude.
I still want the clock, but I will be content with my posters for now.
I won't upset you and tell you that I have both Carnosaur 1 and 2 one sheets as well.
You probably can't see
Oh,
this.
You could have just let me have this one. You could have let me have this one, Joe.
Sorry. I have something else too, but I'll show that when
Okay.
I was gonna say in the corner there, you can't really see it now that Tony's rolling it up, but it's from the Academy of Science and Horror Films, science fiction and horror films.
the Golden Scroll Award.
But yeah, that's my experience with Carnosaur.
love it.
How about you guys?
I was not bathed in or baptized in fire like you, Tony.
Baptized in chicken yolk.
Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, for a second there, I thought this thing could shoot fire out of its mouth, but no, that's Bowser. With the Mario shirt through me. I'm in Dino City over on my side of
it's-
the
yeah.
dungeon.
He belongs in Copa City. One.
My experience as a child didn't fucking have one. Shocker on this show with a movie brought to the table from Joe and Tony to some extent, but by proxy, I guess. No, last year I watched this because for my day job, I work for James Rolfe over at Cinemassacre. He finally reviewed it for his Halloween series Monster Madness, and I had to edit the video, so I was like, I guess I should finally fucking watch this. Again, Joe and Tony for years have been telling me it's great. Watch it. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Watch Carnosaur.
Funny enough, when Rental Reviews was still going on, we had list of movies we wanted to do, and I had Carnosaur
was one of them.
on there. We never got to
100%.
it.
It's classic.
Apparently, that was also James's first viewing for anyone at home that cares. So that was my first viewing, which I wasn't crazy about it. Second viewing for this episode, maybe that's changed. We'll find out.
Well, stay tuned.
Yeah.
Just like you, Tone, this movie has infiltrated my life since I was a wee little one. Of course, Jurassic Park dropped. I'm a little older than you, not too. I'm like 3 years older than you.
I'm about to turn 36. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna be 38
Okay, yeah.
this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be 38.
Math checks out.
I saw Jurassic Park. I remember vividly my father taking me to go see Jurassic
So did
Park
I,
when
yeah.
it came out.
Yeah.
In the
I
theater.
wasn't allowed. I got to see the Little Rascals movie. I couldn't see fucking Jurassic Park. We actually got a bootleg. My uncle got a bootleg. Someone with a cam in the back of the theater. You couldn't fucking tell. 90s.
I mean, like most little boys, I was really into dinosaurs. Like so much so that I wanted to be a paleontologist when I was a kid. So Jurassic Park comes out, and this hits video. I didn't see this in the theater, of course.
Yeah.
But this hits video, but it's among things that I've rented a lot as a kid as well. Like, it's a New Horizons joint, so you got Munchie in there, you got Step Monster, you got all the new Concord shit. So this falls into that category because it's a Roger Corman joint. So when it hit home video, I immediately, of course I rented it. There's a big fucking dinosaur on the cover.
Yeah.
Right.
And it was like, holy shit, there's actually people getting eaten by dinosaurs in this movie and like getting their guts ripped out and stuff. So as a little Joey, it was amazing. And then, of course, Carnosaur 2 and 3 came out. So I've been a huge fan of Carnosaur since I can remember. I got some good stuff over here. I remember specifically, I've told the story about going to Suncoast and having my stack of movies, my list I'd hand over.
That's where I saw this box. That was
And
Suncoast.
And that's where I got it because it was coming out and I fucking was like, well, I need the Carnosaur collection on DVD. So I grabbed that. And then I have all the Carnosaurs on VHS, but they're in the other room.
Is this not what this is?
It is, but this specifically, what I'm pointing at is the Carnosaur VHS box set, which I didn't even know existed. And my buddy Rick had that at a convention or at a show. It was one of the Crypt Video shows. The first time I met Rick was in Baltimore, and he had that, and that's how I met Rick. I was like, dude, I fucking need that, and he's like, all right, and then that's how we became friends.
Crypt Videos where I got this laser disc.
Oh, there you go. See, I don't have the laser discs, man. You got me beat on those. Yeah. But I do have a Carnosaur 2 clock. I got this fucking shit when eBay was like just starting.
Oh, okay.
So like early 2000s, like 2005 or 6.
Wild fucking West, man.
I was still living with my folks and I was always on the hunt for movie memorabilia and stuff, and this popped up and I fucking snagged that shit.
Meanwhile, on my eBay days, I gotta get this Game Boy Advance cartridge for like $5 cheaper.
Yeah.
Sitting there trying to hit the button for some asshole in their basement on the other side of the country got WWF No Mercy for the fucking Game Boy.
Before the buy it now, right? You had to snipe
Yeah.
it, right? But yeah, and since then I've accrued a bunch of different Carnosaur stuff. I have posters and shit. I have some other stuff I'm going to show you real quick. I have a Carnosaur screener, but the only one I could find for the show was the Carnosaur 2 screener. And I love the screeners because they have like all of, like the promo shit on them. And in the screener, it's like buy 6 copies of Carnosaur 2 and get a Carnosaur clock. So the Carnosaur 2 is the one with the clock and the T-shirts.
Oh, okay.
Carnosaur 3 had something really cool.
Oh, I didn't know Carnosaur 3 had anything.
I didn't know either. Yeah, I just saw it today on the screener VHS. It's like buy 10 copies of Carnosaur and get this dinosaur or Carnosaur 3 survival kit, and it comes in a fucking tin with like a red cross on it and the cover.
Oh, that's cool.
And it has temporary tattoos, window decals, and like shelf talkers and shit, like the little guys that go on the shelf.
So you had to own a video store to get any of this cool shit, or just get it after that person got it.
Well, that's where this shit comes from.
Yeah.
You got to understand, like, once video stores went out of business, everybody was selling their shit.
Yeah.
So if they had promo items, like, that's where I got a lot of the standees and stuff, and was on, like, eBay or Marketplace or shit like that.
That's right. That's where I got my cardboard cutout of Terminator 3 Arnold.
There you go.
FYE was going out of business, I think. And I'm like, let's grab it.
Dude, that was great, because I remember getting my Freddy and Jason cutouts for, like, $2 or, like, something crazy from, like, coconuts or some shit.
Yeah.
But I do want to show one thing before we keep going.
Okay.
Sometimes you get lucky and you get a cool score for not a lot of money, and these were fucking too cool. I could not pass them up. They are Carnosaur tie lobby cards.
That is awesome.
I believe they're tied.
With the titular getaway bitch scene at the end here.
Get away from her, you dinosaur.
Yeah, there you go.
We got a lot of cool stuff. This one's my favorite of the little guy in the Jeep killing the chick. It's so good. And one of my favorite scenes from the movie when he's like roaring at the sky after that. I think this is Ty. Somebody's gonna be like, "You're an idiot. It's actually something else," but whatever. And then my other, the iconic scene at the end, which we'll talk about with the Bobcat, of course, and that's it. So I thought these were a really cool grab, and I got them for pretty cheap. So that's always a cool, fun thing.
That scene is so iconic. They try to one up it in the next movie with a forklift.
Oh, do they really?
But since they love reusing footage, sometimes it is the Bobcat from the original.
The Corman
You're
special.
giving away all the Corman secrets.
Sorry. Everyone knows by now.
I'm fucking
Rest in
with you.
peace, Roger Corman, by the way.
Dead now. Just let them all spill out, right? It is shocking to me as a kid. I wasn't into these. I don't know. It's just we've talked about in the show before. Some of this stuff just either my mom didn't let me watch it, or it wasn't something my dad was particularly into. So I guess it just kind of went figuratively and literally over my head because I fucking love Jurassic Park so much. I had all the toys. I don't know how I missed this.
I think it was definitely like your mom not letting you see it, and like dad being like, if I show Sean this, I'm gonna get my fucking ass handed to me.
Yeah.
But here's Jaws, here's Alien.
Well, they're nothing
the low
like
budget
this.
shitty skipped.
Yeah.
He's like, Universal Monsters, yes. Carnosaur,
Well, somebody's head gets fucking ripped off
That's
in
true.
this. So.
Yeah.
So let's jump into the BTS shit. So produced and acquired by Roger Corman, the king of B. We've talked about Roger Corman many times on this show. We just recently talked about him on our H.P. Lovecraft Summer of Lovecraft Month. We talked about him on our Munchie show. We talked about him on a bunch of other things. He's crossed over.
Him and Charles Band always coming up.
I've talked about him recently.
Oh, yeah.
We did what is the worst Fantastic Four so far? And we talked about the Corman one and
Still one of the best ones, I would argue.
and the documentary about the Corman one.
Ah,
I think you
okay.
guys did too, right?
I haven't seen the documentary, but we covered the 93 Corman or 94 Corman's Fantastic Four with Davey DeFore.
We've talked enough about Fantastic Four recently, so I'll keep this brief. But right around when the new one came out, I rewatched the original, like I mentioned a couple episodes back. Fucking somebody with Marvel, I guess, was going after YouTube because like there was like 30 copies of this movie on YouTube. There's like none. You gotta hunt like in an archive to find it now.
That's
What
because
a shame.
I feel like because Disney has the rights and that's it.
And
Now
they,
you can't
like-
watch that shit for free.
We got a couple of the actors in a scene where you really have to actually be like eagle-eye viewers to even find them. So now they're like aware of it, you know? It's kind of a shame because that movie's great.
So I thought, just real quick, Fantastic Four side tangent real quick.
I started it.
I thought...
By the way, that movie ties into Carnosaur. We'll get to it later on.
Okay,
perfect.
Yeah.
Glad I brought it up.
I thought we were going to have like the Fantastic Four alternate universe versions of Roger Corman characters in the movie, but it was just like the actors from the movie, like as just like pedestrians.
Which honestly is the better way to do it. In
I would have. I was like,
retrospect.
holy shit, they're gonna be like he's gonna be like Bug from fucking Uncle Buck is gonna be the Human Torch. Like, yeah, please.
If you were to go by the internet speculation, we were gonna have Council of Reeds in the fucking Fantastic
right.
Four.
It was the Council of Reeds.
I'm like, all right, that's a pretty cool idea, but let's wait on that.
Seems like a lot for this movie, but okay.
Yeah. Spoilers, we didn't get that. I hope that doesn't ruin anybody's day.
So yes, while Roger Corman acquires this title to put it out and funds the first iteration of Carnosaur, there is a novel released by Harry Adam Knight, and whose real name is John Brosnan, like Brosnan, like Pierce Brosnan.
Yep.
It's a book called Carnosaur.
I have it here.
There it is, right there.
This is one of the re-release.
Yeah.
Speaking of expensive things, I got this in 2018 for like $60, and then
That's pretty expensive.
I don't know what happened after 2018, but then they went hard up in price, hundreds of dollars.
Oh my God.
That Chris, mine's upstairs. Chris Barr bought me that copy for Christmas one year in like 2011, and I'm sure he didn't spend $60 on it.
No, dude, I don't know what happened afterwards because I looked it up again. Through the freaking roof.
Try finding the original version, man. That's the reprint after the movie came out.
However, it's since been reprinted again, so I think you can get an affordable copy now.
Yeah. But maybe it went out of print, I guess is where I was going to go with that.
In the startling tradition of Jurassic Park, I can't stress enough, they were not shying away that Jurassic Park existed.
What is the year of that book?
Well,
Do you know by you?
Oh, it is before Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park's 90.
And that's what I wanted to say.
Jurassic Park's late 80s, I think.
No, the book is 90.
Book is 90?
I double checked.
Is it really?
Yeah, okay.
That's what I wanted to stress about this novel is that Harry Adam Knight or John Brosnan had already did a almost verbatim idea that Michael Crichton happened to use for Jurassic Park before Michael Crichton did.
So it was November 20th, 1990.
Okay.
Right at the ass end there.
Yeah.
So when I looked up, I went on like a deep dive on him and whatnot a few years back for reasons, which we'll probably talk about at the end. But yeah, so I think he got wind that Hollywood might be going all in on dinosaur movies.
Yeah.
So he pumped out this book, and then Hollywood didn't go all in on dinosaur movies for a long time.
Yeah.
And then I think Roger Corman wanted to kind of get on Jurassic Park, so he's like, what do we have? What can we buy that's before Jurassic? So if anyone called it out, he's like, well, our book was written first.
Right. Oh,
I've read the book.
The movie is made first, too. I'm pretty sure, wasn't it?
Wait, what?
No.
Carnosaur was like conceived first?
No, the book
existed first.
No. I know the book existed first, but I'm saying Roger Corman had gotten the rights and did it before Jurassic Park had come out.
Oh, yeah. He made the movie in time, but I think it's
cash in. Oh, yeah.
Jurassic Park was taking longer to make. I think he might have started.
It took 2 years and they took like 2 months.
2 months
or like
or
8
something.
months or something.
Right.
Yeah, no, you're right. But no, the book was written ahead of time, and there are some similarities. Like, what's his? The author did see Jurassic Park, and he's quoted saying like, "I enjoyed that it ended like." The visitor center, it kind of reminds of his part of the book where there is like a dinosaur chase through a museum.
Okay.
Which then happened in a later Jurassic Park movie, that little home museum
Oh,
thing.
yeah. Well, that was like way late.
But yeah, I don't know how much you want to talk about the book.
I don't want to talk too much about it because I want to save that for CB.
Yes.
Yeah, we gotta get the real nitty gritty info from him. Down
I
the
did
road.
read the book, so if you have any questions, I can tell you what is in this movie from the book. I'll tell a few things.
This
as we go
is like
through it.
Salem's Lot, except it won't be me getting yelled at for spoiling the book.
Well, you just kept saying it.
I couldn't help it. It was so much better.
Well, no, this movie is a Carnosaur name only. There is a few kernels they take from the book. No characters, location different, sequence of events different.
Which is really strange because John Brosnan wrote the fucking treatment for the movie. So it's like, well, why did you change so much of your own material?
I feel
budget.
like
budget.
Sure.
As someone who read that book, I'm like, yeah, it'd be kind of hard to do on a Corman budget.
Well, right, but I feel like you can narrow down the main idea, which I guess is what they did, essentially.
my headcanon is also they had somebody on the lot at Universal, like on set somewhere or in the editing room, taking notes. They didn't write down exactly what was in Jurassic Park, but maybe there's some parallel thinking, dinosaurs going through windshields. I don't know, I guess two people could have had that thought.
I mean, a Jeep is very specific.
Yeah.
Well,
Jeep feels
that was
very
in the that was in the book. That was in the book. So
was it in Harry's book first or John's book
that's
first?
a good question.
Yeah.
I think it was in Michael Crichton's book first. That's kind of where I'm going with it.
Oh yeah, right. They lifted
The Jeep
it like
scene. That's literally one of the things that made it from the book to the famous movie.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Jurassic Park the book, not in the movie. That's a major scene that made it.
Sure. I love it. It's great.
Yeah.
Corman was a fucking genius.
He was.
Okay?
He was.
And he was so happy and ecstatic about this movie. Like we were talking about that little interview thing.
I love that promo. That news report. They're like, everyone knows Jurassic Park is coming out. There's a whole there was like a whole exhibit, which actually reminded me. I went to Universal for the 30th anniversary, and they had a big.
Awesome.
Even though they have a whole Jurassic Park land, they built an exhibit in the regular park with even more Jurassic Park stuff. Like, why wouldn't you just put this in the Jurassic? Anyway,
because they can't do a whole park.
I guess so.
I guess.
But
Nope.
so they
pun
had
intended.
everything over there, but it looked like this news video. You saw in the news video of Jurassic Park's exhibit, it had all this stuff. Like, and somewhere over here, Roger Corman is working on his own dinosaur movie.
I love it so much because Corman's just like, why don't you go see two movies? Go see both
By the way,
dinosaur movies this summer.
The problem with that thing, they keep showing off that T-Rex suit. Other than the T-Rex feet, that suit's not in the movie. It's just the puppet and the full-size thing. The man in the suit is not in the movie other than his
like in the
feet.
promo.
I don't think there is a man in a suit. If you watch the stuff, because John Buechler did the effects for this, so let's get that out of the way.
Yeah.
One of our favorites. We talk about him all the time. Huge part of Empire Pictures and all that great stuff. Made some of our favorite monsters, ghoulies and Troll and all that kind of good stuff. So he does the dinosaurs for this.
Yeah.
And in that promo you're talking about, he's got like a slave device that's like working the arms and shit for the big animatronic.
No,
like the hands and shit.
I'm pretty sure. Well, that video I sent you, they kept chopping up and moving things around.
Oh,
the full news report, like if you watch the full thing,
Yeah.
there is a guy in a T-Rex suit, and they don't use it for. I think the only shots you see are when the T-Rex's feet are walking. I think that's the only shot of the suit. The full suit must have looked so bad they went, no, we're not using that.
But the animatronic was cool, and it was pretty fucking big. It wasn't as big as Mama T-Rex in JP, but it was pretty big.
Yeah.
But again, like we didn't say it yet, but also like Jurassic Park, how much of a fucking budget?
Oh, well,
This is 150 grand, soup to nuts.
I mean,
so you got to keep that in the back of your head.
But being thrifty, they had to rebuild those T-Rex puppets for every movie. The Corman T-Rex shows up in like 10 other movies.
They got a lot of mileage.
Godzilla logic.
I mean, you're talking about another movie where ILM had made like some pioneering moves for Jurassic Park that still fucking hold up gangbusters with the CG.
Build one T-Rex
and Stan
for
Winston,
this.
you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Before I move on from John Brosnan as well, he also wrote Slimer, which was adapted into one of my favorites and one of our favorites of the VHS era, and that was Proteus, which is right here. We've been talking about doing that one for a while, which we'll get to. So now there's a tangential connection we can
also
come
has
back
a book.
to. Yeah, also has a book called it's called Slimer.
Okay,
that's what you were just saying.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah,
brain
yeah,
farted.
yeah.
You say Slimer, I just instantly think Ghostbusters. Well, my bad.
Clearly, that's why they changed it,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
if they put out a Slimer movie, all the kids would be trying to rent it. Like, oh my god,
Where's Peter?
Oh, one more thing I wanted to bring up about Carnosaur 2, because I want to talk briefly about the sequels to this. So Carnosaur 2, like you said before, it's basically aliens.
Yes.
But it's such a good it's such a different movie than this, and I appreciate it for that. Even though it's just aliens, it's still
not a very good sequel considering the ending of this movie, but yes.
but it's totally fine and fun, as some people would like to say that are sitting next to me. Before I forget, I wanted to mention that not only is Miguel Nunez Jr. in this movie, but Rodman Flender is also in this movie, who you did an interview with.
Yes, I interviewed Rodman Flender, and he mentioned both characters he played in Carnosaur 2 and Carnosaur 3.
Okay.
And how he didn't want to cut his hair, so they wrote it into the plot to make fun of his hair because he didn't want to cut his hair in real life.
Oh my god!
Rodman Flender, of course, is the director of Leprechaun 2, and what else did he do? The Unborn, which I really love, and of course, Idle Hands.
Yeah, there we go. I was like, Idle Hands?
I don't care for that movie.
Oh, I like it.
Really?
I don't care for it. I need to watch it again.
Oh my god, yeah, watch it again. I feel like that'd be right up your alley.
We reviewed. Do us
I
a
mean,
fa-
I'm not going to be hurt if you don't like
No,
it. I
but-
just feel shocked that you don't like it.
Anybody watching or listening, do me a favor. Do not go back and listen to our Idle Hands episode, because I feel like I might have been unjust to that movie.
Well, I was gonna say don't re-listen to it because my audio's fucked in that episode.
That's good enough.
I like it, but I mean, there's some good jokes in that episode. Don't get me wrong. Here. I'm not gonna say don't, definitely don't. But
Were you in a mood when you watched the movie?
I might have been in a mood.
Yeah, that happens to me. Sometimes I rewatch a movie. I'm like, wait, I like this. I'm like, I must have been in the mood.
You also are probably remembering that the ending is fucked, and they had a way better original ending than they didn't use.
No. I'm about to fight you. I like the theatrical ending. It's way funnier.
Yeah, sure.
Well, funnier is debatable, but the original ending was more in line with the story being told.
I don't know what it was. Maybe it was the fact that I recorded it in a hotel room on the floor covered in pillows. That could have been the thing, my problem with
That's
it.
the part Joe remembers.
I was grumpy about it. Yeah.
yeah.
Might have been a little too harsh, and I got to revisit that shit for sure.
But also directed that. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah,
Or-
yeah,
okay.
Rodman Flender directed it,
Rodman Flender.
He did a lot of work with Corman.
Yeah,
He's in a bunch of movies.
He's another one who got his start too, just like so many other great guys like James Cameron and oh my fucking god, Joe Dante.
Yes.
Yeah,
Joe
yeah,
Dante.
yeah.
Excuse me.
And acting wise, you got Nicholson.
I said Nicholson.
Yeah.
Little Shop of Horrors. I mean, so many fucking people.
Miller.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dick Miller. Yeah. We talked about that on the H.P. Lovecraft.
Oh, yeah.
On the Dunwich Horror. I talked about the promo stuff that I wanted to about Carnosaur 3, but fucking Scott Valentine is the main character in that. From classics such as My Demon Lover.
I was convinced for a while watching Carnosaur that the main character Doc was fucking Scott Valentine.
He kind of gives those vibes, dude.
He looks like him a little bit, especially in the dark lighting a lot of
Yeah.
this movie has. It's not him.
We got to revisit Scott Valentine's Day next year.
We also did that Patreon episode, the mini-so with
Embrace
Scott
of the
Valentine.
Vampire, yeah.
Yeah, that's
And Charlie Spradling.
that borderline sex movie.
It's
Check that
a
out.
softcore movie.
Yeah.
Might
Totally
as well
took me by
Surprise.
off guard.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, you see Charlie Spratling's tits like every
Right.
2 seconds.
Yeah.
That's the benefit of having it on Vimeo, because we can give you guys that on Patreon.
It's a Patreon exclusive.
So this is where we're getting into the fucking weeds, because you only see 3 movies in this Carnosaur movie set.
Oh, yeah, but don't worry. You get plenty more dinosaurs. If you want to see these dinosaurs in other movies, they're out there. They exist.
Okay.
So technically, Raptor, which is directed by Jim Wynorski, who was a big Corman guy, especially for New Concord.
Directed Munchie.
He directed Munchie, he sure did. Starring Eric Roberts. Okay.
The Hulk?
What?
No, Eric Bana.
Eric Bana? No.
No, the
Eric
guy
Roberts.
Right, the guy
Julia
who gets
Roberts'
thrown off
brother.
the fucking thing by Batman.
Eric Roberts,
right.
Eric Roberts, who will be in the biggest movie of 2008, and also Sharktopus. That one.
Also, just running those Corman movies.
Yeah.
That movie is almost entirely comprised of footage from the previous 3 Carnosaur movies.
Yes.
Oh, like combined Raptor.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
just keep using footage.
just
And
They're
it
keep
just
doing it.
inserting Eric Roberts occasionally.
Yeah, well, they're in it. It's essentially the it's like Raymond Burr's shots of Godzilla put in around
God.
Godzilla.
Which I've experienced something similar. Me and Lena did all the subspecies movies, and we included the vampire journals. Which I see over there.
yeah.
But then we learned that there was something else called Malevolent. What was it? A Decadent Evil 1 and 2.
Oh, I
And we're
didn't
like,
know
why-
about that.
I'm like, why are these connected? And what's Charles Band directs them? And I'm like, why are people saying this is connected to subspecies? It's not included.
Charlie directed him?
Yes,
Yeah, he's
the,
a director.
the-
No, I know. I'm just shocked.
yeah.
to
the
hear
beginning
that.
of Decadent Evil is just like 15 minutes summarizing what happened in vampire journals, but changing the name of the characters and ignoring the end. So most of the
retcons. Okay.
yeah, it's just a retcon. They just recycled the footage and started their own new story. But so much of it is just recap from vampire
Oh
journals.
my god! Of course, of that one, of all of them.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm curious. I can't seem to remember Decadent Evil. I got to go look at those and check them
Yeah,
out.
no, you don't.
I need to know for my own morbid
You know, watch
curiosity.
me and Lena's video.
Yeah.
Don't watch.
That's what I'm gonna do.
I'm gonna really help. I know you like little puppets and everything. I'm gonna let you off on a thing.
Oh, you're giving him more reason to watch it.
And the little guy from Troll 1 is in it in the first
Phil
one.
Fondacaro,
They
yeah.
recast him in
okay.
the second one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just save you like 4 hours. Don't. Just
Don't,
skip it.
okay.
Just skip it. Joe,
Skipper.
you don't have to watch everything.
I feel like it's my duty to watch Charles Band, Full Moon.
You know,
and you mentioned Phil Fondacaro again.
Yeah,
You're giving him
sign
too
me
much
up,
reason.
Joe, me and Lena talked about we had to watch Subspecies 5 and then talk about Subspecies for 2 hours, and then we're like, you know what, we're in it to win it. Let's watch both of these. We both regret it. I think midway through 1, we were like, shouldn't have done this, but now we have to finish it.
But I can see being wrung out by the 5th subspecies movie. And you're just like, you know what? Fuck you. I can't take this.
Let's watch all 13 Puppet Masters and let me know how you feel by the end of it.
But
As far as
anyway,
I'm concerned, those movies stop.
the
at
point is
5.
we were talking about recycling footage.
Yeah,
to
right.
get it
Well,
back
yeah.
to Carnosaur.
So there is also technically a Carnosaur 5, which is called the Eden Formula, directed by John Carl Buechler. He does the effects for it. It's got fucking Tony Todd. It's got Jeff Fahey.
What?
And it's got Dee Wallace in it.
yes.
Yeah.
Is it good?
No.
No.
If I remember right, they use like speakers. They have like a bunch of radios to confuse. That's the
Dude.
one with the CGI Corman T-Rex, I
That's
think.
what I thought.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it is because Buechler did effects for it.
Yeah,
Wow.
keep in mind when I say there's CGI, like
Yeah.
it's so they make it's either this movie or another one. They make a digital version of the Corman T-Rex, which I
Which
can't
already
stress
doesn't
enough
look
is
good.
not the one that's on the
No.
poster. That's like a different T-Rex.
it's a different one.
That's
So there is a digital version of the Corman T-Rex, which is pretty funny to see. I think it's Eden Formula, but I could be wrong.
I know what you're talking about because I was like, what? There's another Carnosaur movie or adjacent movie? Technically, it's not. It
Yeah.
is Carnosaur 5, but it's not.
Yeah.
I feel like there was another one with CGI specifically, and I remember it being really, really awful where they're like in a museum, like doing a presentation, and there's like dinosaurs in the museum.
That one I haven't seen. If it exists, I didn't see
Dude,
it.
I'm forgetting the name of it, and
Yeah.
if I can remember, we'll pop it in. So, but the fucking weirdest thing about the Carnosaur series is the Carnosaur 3 remake called Scorpius Gigantus.
like Scorpius from Farscape.
It's
pulling that thing out of the side of his head?
It's
Wait.
free on YouTube if you want to watch it, or Tubi.
Was Carnosaur 3 remake?
It's a remake of Carnosaur 3 called Scorpius Gigantus.
Why did they remake Carnosaur?
I don't fucking know.
Tony's stunned.
I didn't
It's
know.
like the same exact plot as Carnosaur 3,
They
but
go
it's
on
a
a-
different monster.
With worse
they go on a
CGI.
boat and everything. and-
I was scrubbing through it. I'm not entirely sure, but like it looks from what I saw, I didn't watch it. I didn't have time to sit down and watch it, but like that is something that I need to go do a deep dive into.
I want to too, but now after Decadent Evil, I don't know if I want to explore these things I've never seen before.
Oh, no,
I'm like,
Carnosaur 6.
You open the box, Tony. You
I was-
summon them.
I was about to say, I'm like, is Joe confused because the other version? So Carnosaur 3 is also called Primal
Species.
Primal Species.
That's the subtitle.
But the foreign release, because I should have brought it. I have a physical release of Carnosaur 3 that's just Primal Species.
Dude, I was this fucking close to buying a print of Primal Species, a 35mm print, but it was Russian language version only. So I was like, motherfucker.
Yeah. So for a minute, I'm like, oh, is he talking about that? But no, a remake? I've never heard of this. I'm scared, but I'll check it out.
I mean, it's really fucking bad. Like, I was scrubbing through it. It's like shot on video. You know how we were doing that? The low budget shit in the 2000s? They were like, well, shit, we don't have to shoot on film. Let's save some money. We'll shoot on fucking mini DV tape.
Yeah.
We talked about that in our Ragdoll episode, and that was one of the first movies that came out from Full Moon that was shot on video.
Ragdoll does a great job with that.
Ragdoll pulls it off, especially with the lighting and everything.
This one not so
Gigantus
much.
Scorpius? No, not very much.
I wonder why.
Yeah, so that's like something that I might want to go explore, or maybe we'll come back to at a later date because it's just so fucking bizarre to me.
Of all the fucking things.
Yeah. So with that being said, I want to tackle one thing real quick. I've known Tony for a long time. I think we've known each other since like 2010-ish.
I want to say,
Like when Outhouse came out.
I think 2011.
Yeah,
2011.
somewhere
there was
in
a monster. I could go on Facebook and find the picture I took at that
Monster
event,
Mania,
and I know that's when I met you.
That
You
was
and
when
Chris,
that was when I promised you Timmy and the T-Rex. That's where that story
and then
comes
you delivered it like 15 years later.
Oh,
Hey man, I came through on my promise with the gore cut
Gore
too.
cut.
In
Oh,
4K.
man.
You were waiting for that specifically.
exactly.
Like, I know one day this will happen.
I
Don't worry
willed it
about
into existence. That's
on
what
this
happened.
show.
Yeah.
We talked about it so much it happened.
I was like, I want to review that on my very famous show, Hack the Movies.
In 10 years.
12 people watch it. It's big.
So Tony was trying to acquire the rights to Carnosaur because he wanted to do a proper Carnosaur.
Yes. A carnivore, or at least at that point I had read the book, and I'm like, actually, the book could make a really cool movie or series.
And the idea was cool, and like I was going to do the effects for it at that point.
Yes, but we had to figure out licensing.
Yeah. First and foremost.
And that was a journey. So at first I thought it was Scream, because at that point Corman had sold. So yeah, Corman was like selling off a lot of his stuff.
Yeah.
So he had sold a bunch of his films to Scream Factory and Shout Factory. So I had to like get in contact with like their socials and stuff, try to find everything. I'm like, hey, is this there? Do you guys own this? Where is this? And they're like, we don't own it. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, well, let me call Henry Adam Knight, or whatever his real name is.
John Brosnan.
Let me call his estate, because he's since died.
Yeah.
So then I call his estate, and they're like, no, we don't have that. They were sold to Corman, and I was just like,
Cool.
okay.
Corman wasn't stupid.
So I eventually was just like, okay, New Horizons. I'm like, what? I'm like, okay, Corman. So I got like whatever Corman's business was. I got the number.
Yeah.
And I talked to a nice lady on the phone, and I went, hi, who owns Carnosaur? By the way, I was expecting like not his assistant. I mean,
You thought he'd pick
You
up?
thought Roger Corman was going to pick up the
Well,
phone?
no, I thought
Tony,
someone
my boy.
I thought someone who just
waiting my whole
answers
life.
phones. I didn't think it was like a legit, like that close to him.
Sure. He's in the other room. Hold on one second.
Yeah.
Hey, Raj.
Oh, the famous Tony! I've been waiting.
So I knew there was something up, because I think I was telling you, if I remember right, fact check all of this, by the way, because
Yes.
it's back in 2018 when I was doing this.
Yes.
I think his sons were annoyed that he gave a bunch of stuff to Scream Factory, and they tried to do some legal thing. So what I learned is that his daughter, one of his daughters, I don't know how many daughters he has, a daughter of his, at least around 2018, don't know what's changed since then.
Might not even be a daughter anymore. That's a good point.
Yeah, could be that too. I think she's some kind of artist.
I know you're a single guy, so I already got a plan around this when you're finished.
So basically, she owns the Carnosaur films along with a bunch of other films. It's some kind of trust thing. I forget the specifics of it. So I was able to get her email, and I was able to email her. I'm like, hey, I have this idea. We want to do this. We were wondering what the licensing was for it. And if I remember right, it was $50,000 a year to license the Carnosaur property.
Okay.
And then
It's actually not that much.
And then a person who will not be named, who has money, who was interested, I was like, this is how much? And they went, no. And that was the end of my journey. I still have their email, so maybe one day I'll circle back to
You got to keep
Remember
tabs on
me?
that.
Yeah.
Well, like I was saying, you're a single gentleman. You try to hook up with Corman's daughter, and then we're fucking in like sin, dude.
You steal the paperwork out of her
Yeah.
desk.
However,
Actually, it all goes to me.
but like I was saying, so when I looked her up, she is like an artist and stuff, but I don't think she does many movie things. And we were talking like, why are there no releases? I think maybe she has to approve it and no one's gone to her, or Because these movies are all on YouTube. No one ever takes them down.
Yeah.
She could, but she doesn't.
Except for the Fantastic Four. They took all those down.
Yeah, they took those down.
Well, we were talking about this before we got on, and we're like, these movies, even the third one, really deserves a Blu-ray set.
Yes.
Something good. And it's a shame that Buechler's gone now. Dianne Ladd's gone. All these people are, not all of them, but a lot of them for the first movie. So it's like, great. But I would still love to see a proper Blu-ray set. I would love to see these fucking movies like in proper like widescreen.
Yeah.
Everything's 4:3, dude.
Dude, if they, look, no one's going to buy Carnosaur 3 Blu-ray on its own. But if you did a 3-pack, a lot of people
Well,
would.
they just do it like Night of the Demons. You put the 4K of each one. It's like the third one, most people aren't going to buy it, but you have the option, so the collectors are like, fuck it. I'll drop the extra money.
I would love to see all the fucking Carnosaur movies we just mentioned, including Gigantosaurus in one big box set. That would be fucking great. They're all owned by the same, it's all part of the same shit. Unless one of the sons owns that one.
Yeah, we don't know. Yeah. So hopefully something happens with it one day. At least I might be misremembering some of this stuff, but as far as 2018, I think she owned it, and that was it. So if you want to license Carnosaur, I don't know if the number has gone up or down since then.
We should try. We'll pool money at some point when we're rich. We'll be like, hey, let's
just crowdfund it. Go to Indiegogo.com/buy Carnosaur.
We want Carnosaur.
We promise we'll make it.
Oh, I will fucking go nuts. I will literally interview everybody that's alive that can say something about Carnosaur.
I'm pleading the fifth.
Yeah.
It'll be part of our scam. I mean,
scam? I would never. You might. I would not. But yeah, with that being said, you want to plot crunch this for us real quick? Just the first one?
Okay.
Because that's what we're talking about today.
Yeah, if you start going to these other ones, I'll be totally fucking lost.
I did want to do a joke, but then you told me about it. I was going to be like, well, I can tell you what the plot's not, and I was going to read the book summary.
Hey, you can do the same thing for Jurassic Park. Read the book back, and then you're talking about the movie?
Yeah.
Yes, Carnosaur.
This is a tough one.
What do you mean? It's real easy. It's about a scientist who plays around with genetic engineering and recreates prehistoric monsters that get loose and kill a bunch of people.
Spared no expense.
Yeah, stop me if you heard that one before, guys.
Never heard that one before.
Yes, no, this one's a little bit more malicious. The lady is insane. She's an evil scientist.
Like the Jurassic Park book, kind of.
Sort of. They were more money hungry. This lady is out to destroy the world.
She's trying to do a genocide of the human race via dinosaurs.
Yes.
Because she feels bad or something.
Real quick, plan is flawed, but we can get into that later when she's doing her bad guy story.
Yeah.
So she tries to take over the world with dinosaurs by spreading a virus that makes men sick and knocks women up with dinosaur babies.
Pretty great.
Meanwhile, her plans start a little prematurely. A dinosaur breaks out earlier than it should have.
Yeah.
And starts causing chaos. And then an environmentalist and a guy who's security for a construction site had to set aside their differences to stop these monsters, and also Clint Howard's there.
He sure is.
And the guy from the Fatigues episode of Seinfeld.
Oh, yeah, Fallon, right, yeah.
Very, very good, Tom. That was great. That was a good one. I'm so proud of you. You didn't have to read the box.
Yeah.
Wait, were you reading the box?
No, it's in the thing. I could have picked up the...
Well, there's a little synopsis on the back.
Shit, let me do it again. Wait, that's white on bright green text?
Dude,
that's terrible.
I can't even read
Maybe I should start reading the box. It can make my fucking plot crunches shorter.
So yeah, we open up in a chicken factory. And this is the whole title sequence, and it's all stock footage of real chicken slaughter, just like Slaughterhouse, if you ever saw that movie with the pigs. So it's kind of like that, but then it stops and it'll punch in like a fucking Terminator, and it'll be like species vulture, also crossbred with other species T-Rex or some shit like that.
I wrote down what it says, like sample species iguana, target species chicken. I'm like, what the fuck?
Here is, I said I'm only gonna do this a couple times. Here is like one weird kernel left over from the book.
Okay.
The book actually is kind of like what they were attempting to do in real life, manipulating pre-existing bird embryos, manipulating the DNA. So recently we've gotten a chicken embryo that had like teeth. They ended up not birthing it. for ethics or whatever. I'm like, that seems cool as hell. Let's do it. But again, remember genetic engineering in like the 80s, like 70s, 80s, and 90s. That was like a new thing. So
Thinking machine supercomputers.
yeah, so people were really like writing stuff about this. That's where Jurassic Park comes from and this. In the book, he is able to make dinosaurs by manipulating chicken DNA and restructuring it to be more like a dinosaur.
Since they're the closest ancestor.
The fucking toads in Jurassic Park. Like, hello, connect the dots.
So
well, they got to fill in the gene sequencing caps.
So apparently, I guess this maybe is how she brought back the dinosaurs, but the whole chicken thing is part of like the dinosaur they changed it into dinosaur distribution and kind of gloss over the fact that maybe the dinosaurs are manipulated. It's just weird how that one thing spread out into this whole other thing in the script. It's bizarre.
It's this crazy nefarious plan.
Yeah.
I just think it's funny that it's like, I guess it's genetics. How else do you bring dinosaurs back besides like a really weird time machine or something?
Yeah.
But it's like, literally exactly the same as Jurassic Park. Just change the, I mentioned iguanas, crocodiles, reptiles are mentioned. But chickens.
Well, Jurassic Park, they had some actual dinosaur DNA, which doesn't exist in real life. This one is like 100%. They're supposed to be mutated, like pre-existing
But then,
animals.
like later, they're like in a much later scene, they're like, the cows had some turnip DNA in it.
I'm like,
what?
They're getting really crazy with the genetic stuff. Yeah,
which was our boys in DC. I don't know what the fuck they're doing.
I'm not saying this movie did it well or smartly, but
no, but I like the idea of, because they do explore that in Jurassic Park, where they're like, well, these aren't really dinosaurs; they're just mutated dinosaur things.
Yeah,
and this goes full bore on that. Where it's like, she's like, I made a dinosaur by splicing all these animals together.
Yeah.
And then I put them in a human and a chicken or something.
Yeah, and then I turned it into a virus in chickens that I didn't test it well enough, and now it's kind of gotten out of control.
This movie used to freak me out as a kid because of the virus element.
Yes.
It feels very like gross in a lot of parts, and we'll get to it.
But by the way, virus thing totally ignored in the next two. So if you're like me who starts with 2 and then goes to 1, you're like, I didn't know about this.
2 should have started with like the apocalypse, like a Resident Evil movie where it's like the world is dead.
I know.
The chicken zombies have taken over.
Two is very much like, we made dinosaurs and now we're using them for weapons. And then like the
no, not even. Not even. Sorry. 2, they're like, so something happened. We took care of it. We left the eggs here at a nuclear reactor in the desert. I'm like, break the eggs. What are you doing? And it turns out the nuclear reactor hatched the eggs. Like, whose plan was this?
Wouldn't they be like Godzilla size? I don't know. Well, anyway.
They needed a doctor. He was the only one willing to shoot the eggs. Nobody else was willing to.
So we bounce around a lot in this movie, so I kind of want to, if things are going to be covered a little quickly.
Yeah.
We're at a board meeting in D.C., and it's about the different advanced research projects that are going on across the world, and there's different bio labs that are doing different things. Specifically, Eunice is the one doing food research there, and that kind of ties into the chicken shit, no pun intended.
Also, Corman got his Coca-Cola money in this movie. They're all drinking Cokes, they got Diet Cokes, regular Cokes.
And product placement, that's how you do that shit. Yeah. So each time a new scene comes up, you're introduced to like maybe a character or like where they are, and then on the bottom of the screen there is an infection rate.
Yes.
Right.
And it says it's infected by per million. And right now it's at 0% when we're having this conversation. And it quickly jumps as just by a couple hours.
By quite a bit. It's like up to 70 at one point.
Yeah. Oh, by the end of the movie, it's what the fuck.
Yeah.
But we get some lore dropped here about a scientist that's at the Eunice laboratory that's doing experiments that they don't know anything about because there is like an NDA in place.
Yeah.
Where they're like, oh, I don't know, we just gave her this stuff and we're not allowed to talk about it or else we lose the patents, and that was kind of the deal. She just asked us to be quiet about it, so we don't look at it.
That doesn't seem like a good idea at all.
And I'm like, in a bio research lab? I don't think so.
They mentioned later on that she is like a huge genetic research person. Like she could probably get away with it. But yeah, was it Jane Tiptree, right?
Jane Tiptree, played by Dianne Ladd, which is of course the mother of Laura Dern, who is in the larger movie that comes out the same year.
Oh my God, I did it. That was not obvious because this is the first time I've ever heard that trivia.
That was a big talking point when they were talking about these films on the news.
Yeah.
My trivia is she was Clark Griswold's mother in Christmas Vacation.
That too, yeah.
I missed the major fucking Laura Dern.
She also played
trivia.
Laura Dern's mother, and I think Blue Velvet and Wild At Heart.
Oh, yeah,
Both
yeah.
David
I think
Lynch
so,
movies.
yeah.
Well, now I'm
Okay.
upset that David Lynch never made a dinosaur movie with both of them.
Imagine. He
That'd be
kind of
great.
did with Eraserhead,
Have
the
the
little dinosaur
raptors.
baby.
Yeah,
That's
baby.
what it was. Dianne
it?
Ladd's fucking baby dinosaur. Everybody's like, what is that thing made out of? It's a fucking Carnosaur.
Oh, okay. I'm picturing it now. Yeah.
Everything in heaven, everything is fine.
Yeah, it's funny because our friend Clayton Fioriti, who you
Yes.
guys did Theodore Rex with,
We did.
He,
That Theodore Rex is coming up later, baby. Don't worry about it.
he
Where's Whoopi?
Yeah.
Where's
he
Santa
used to
Whoopi?
on his channel. He did a thing called like Injun's List, where he
Yeah.
would break down each dinosaurs. And it's funny. The first thing I ever did with Clayton, he would do April Fool's videos.
Yeah.
We did Tiptree's list, where it was basically for one day his channel was Carnosaur Theory, and I wrote this whole thing for him, breaking out every dinosaur that was in the thing and like to the whole thing. We rewrote it to where he was just a Carnosaur channel, and this is like the thing. And
That's
the fans
incredible.
were like, "What?" And of course, at the end, he goes, "By the way, this was a joke."
Oh my god.
I don't even know if Dianne Ladd knows what the fuck she's making. She's like, oh,
I don't know if
it hatched?
I don't even think she knows what the fuck she's saying.
No.
Dianne Ladd, Tiptree. Her problem is that like only she knows the plan. She doesn't have any crazy disciples. She's just kind of giving. It's like the Manhattan Project. We're letting these guys know some stuff.
Yeah.
But only she knows the full plan, so that's kind of why it gets fucked up, because no one really knows what they're supposed to be doing or what the plan is.
It's kind of genius because she's one of the only ones that doesn't tell anybody the fucking
Right.
plan.
Yeah, but her plan is very complicated.
Yes.
You need some radicalized disciples to pull this up, and she does not have that.
I think her brain is radically deteriorating, Tony.
I do like this like classic sci-fi framing that they give her, where she's just like this overlord talking into a computer monitor
Yes.
for most of the movie.
It's cool.
That's how you film her scenes in 2-3 days.
I guess so, yeah.
And we're done. And they're
And
all
we're
in this
done.
fucking room. And then we want you to lay down and birth neck. We'll talk about it.
Oh, God.
So she's experimenting on chicken specifically, like we talked about. And she didn't expect this chicken to pop off so early. And this chicken, its whole ass explodes.
Yep.
From this egg that comes out of
It's a
it.
Trevor's 3 situation.
Yeah. And these two guys are dispatched to like clean it up, right? They're like, she's like, destroy, bring me the egg or whatever's there, and I need all the samples and stuff. So they're like, okay. They get there, and the fucking thing the Carnosaur TM hatches out of the egg and scratches this dude's face and runs off.
Also, it's this big ass fucking egg. There's like chicken guts and feathers
Dude,
everywhere.
This
You're
poor
like,
chicken's
"Ah."
this poor chicken's ass exploded this fucking egg out.
The chicken couldn't lay the egg.
No.
The egg
No.
had to explode out of the chicken.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I thought this one guy was Leader from Incredible Hulk, but he's a total no name.
Oh no, yeah. I thought he was the guy from Jingle All the guy who's sick driving the truck. I thought that was the guy from Jingle All the Way that laughs at Arnold, but it's not.
I don't know.
can see
Okay,
it.
one of the guys, I don't know if there was this truck or another truck. There's a lot of truck drivers and stuff in this. A lot of the minor characters I tend to like forget or mix up. One of them I think is like one of the weird bug scientists from Silence of the Lambs, the one with the wonky eye. I think is in this at some point. I don't know if
Okay.
he's one of the guys who drives the truck.
I can't remember.
Or if he's like a military dude later. He's in this.
He's in this, is the point.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that guys in this.
Yes.
So now we're at the poultry plant, and infected cells have now gone up to 15% per
Yes.
million.
And they say no one in or out.
Yeah. Don't let anyone through the gate, God damn it.
No one in or out.
Well, Clint Howard is packing up the chickens, and he's like, "Man, never saw so many scared chickens before. I guess the sky's falling or something."
They're like,
Welcome back, Clint, to the
welcome.
MDU.
For like the 3rd or 4th, 5th, 6th time.
This is before he starts the weed farm and gets killed by ticks.
Yeah, he doesn't get infested in this movie.
No.
Unfortunately, we would expect this would be the movie he would get infested. But I love how they're like, "Yeah, you gonna help it?" He's like, "I drive the truck, so I don't load them."
Yeah. The other scientist guy that's helping Dianne Ladd is just like he's all sick and shit. He's like, don't let anybody out. Nobody goes in or out. We got to contain this. And the guard at the front's like, yeah, okay, whatever you say.
A second later, I'm gonna be late. Okay.
He like coughs. Man, people coughing on shit in this movie. He like coughs into his hand. He's like, ugh. He's like, oh, how's it going, John, or whatever. He's like, come on, man, I gotta get these cluckers back to fucking I don't know where before dark for 3-hour drive. And he's like, yeah, all right, sure, go ahead. We'll say you left early.
It's like, what are you doing?
The guy
This is
just
your
told you not to
job.
fucking let anybody out.
Not
He had
the-
one job.
Not to mention those guys with Clint Howard. So, again, we just talked about it. They
Yeah.
saw this destroyed chicken, this exploded
Yeah.
chicken with this thing maybe moving around. They don't see it, but they know something weird. Load it on the fucking truck, whatever. This bloody pen.
Don't be eating any eggs from the fucking Purex chicken plant.
Yes.
Okay.
I love how this guy's driving down the road, and now within like a minute, he's like, what the hell's going on with these chickens in the back? Oh, they broke out. Pulls over.
Well, the fucking dinosaur eats one.
Yeah.
Well, that's what it is. Yeah, we got Monster Vision, the
Yeah.
green vision.
I love it, man.
Which again, one of the last Colonel's book opens with a dinosaur eating chickens in a chicken coop, and for the movie, they're like, put the chicken coop on a truck. That's
Okay.
the only
All right.
change.
Well, we
Okay.
got to drive it home that these things come from chickens, but they also eat the chickens, and then people also eat the chickens and the eggs. Who doesn't love chicken? There must be like fucking 5 people eating chicken in this fucking
Wow.
Everyone's eating chicken, not
Everybody.
knowing what's happening.
like
to
walking
them.
around before they get killed.
There's a lot of
eating
that
chicken.
satire, which I
Yeah.
actually kind of appreciate.
It is like kind of a dark comedy in some parts.
It's kind of hilarious when Clint Howard's walking through the fucking chicken coop.
When we
he's
get
eating
to
a
it.
chicken
Yeah,
leg.
yeah.
It's
It
like,
is funny.
all
This
right.
one is really satirical and funny. Then you watch 2, and it's like taking itself dead serious.
Oh, man.
They're
And
up
then,
there.
and then 3 tries to be funny again. You're
Yeah.
like, what a weird, tonally different
We're
series.
going all over the place. But it's so cool because the dino, like the Carnosaur TM jumps out of the back of the chicken coop truck and fucking tears this guy up. And you see like the dinosaur eating him first, like in the mud flap of like the chrome. And then you
cool.
just see this thing fucking eating this guy's stomach. And it's like, all right, now we know exactly what we're getting in this movie.
Yeah.
And that's a big reason why I
This
love it.
is Deinonychus.
Deinonychus.
Which if I remember right, my dinosaur knowledge, I didn't look it up ahead of time, is kind of like,
a raptor.
it is kind of raptor, but it's like the correct size of raptor should. It's
Yeah.
it's like
Turkey sized, right?
But no, I think
Well-
Deinonychus were actually bigger.
Yeah.
But then Jurassic Park is like, we're doing velociraptors, and someone said, well, they're actually smaller, and they're like, fuck that guy, we're making ours bigger.
Yeah.
But after this, they do raptors going
Yeah,
forward.
yeah.
Well, this is Deinonychus. Yeah.
God,
as seen on the Carnosaur 3 cover.
because the way that this
and 2.
Because the way this one is presented is almost like just a dinosaur that's very quickly evolving and getting bigger and bigger because it's eating so much.
Yeah.
And again, kind of playing off the idea that she didn't think the chicken would hatch this quickly. This particular one is moving quickly.
Yeah, she says, like, this wasn't supposed to happen. Oh, this might be an anomaly. Yeah, there's a reason this went way too early.
Not yet. It wasn't supposed to happen yet.
Yes.
I think for a movie with very little background, they give you just enough that you're like, all right, I buy it. It's
Sure.
a mutant fucking chicken that's
Yeah.
a mutated dinosaur also.
So yeah, we get introduced to Doc Smith, and he's a drunk that is basically the night watchman for the Eunice Minerals plant.
Yeah.
Because they have a monopoly on like all kinds of different things.
Yeah.
Sitting there with those like Ringo sunglasses down on like a bottle of brandy watching brain surgery, and he's going, I love this movie.
Oh yeah, I was trying to remember what movie this is. I was
Oh,
on the
you
tip
think
of my.
is
No,
it a
it's a real
movie?
movie.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought he just watching brain surgery,
No.
like stock footage.
It sticks out in my mind. The guy with
Okay.
the mustache getting the fucking brain work, and I couldn't remember what it was, and I didn't find anything about if anybody had figured out what it was. But
Sure.
I just love when he goes outside. He's like, I'm drunk and I can't shoot for shit. He just
God.
admits that he sucks.
Kind of like Tony was saying in the plot crunch. This guy's just like in a trailer, and he defends like the excavators and stuff that these activists
'Cause they
are trying
pay
to
him.
destroy.
well, yeah, because they're trying to sabatage the mineral place, and he's like, I do this just because it's a paycheck. I do what I'm told, and then he catches one of them
Right.
and pulls the mask off, and who is it? Jennifer Runyon.
This is I don't know if this is before or after Ghostbusters. After Bill Murray hung her high and dry on that date, she turned into an activist.
Definitely, I think it's after Ghostbusters, right? That's what happened.
She thought she was psychic. She missed that date. Changed her whole outlook on life.
Well, he didn't show up that
That's what I
night.
mean, yeah.
Yeah.
8 o'clock never happened.
Yeah, to all a good night. Of course, she had
yeah.
that horrible thing happen to her where there was 2 killers trying to kill her.
Again, go back to that episode. She's still culpable and all that shit. The movie tries to paint her like a victim. She was part of the fucking problem.
Yeah. Well, then she moved away. Of
Right.
course. Then she went to school and then met Peter Venkman, and then it was all downhill from there.
And yeah,
They
even
changed her name to Thrush.
She had to.
Thrush. Oh my! Yeah, I used to be called Ann. Now I'm Thrush.
Yeah.
her way is a fuck you to society.
So apparently, like, Doc Smith knows the sheriff, and he's trying to get him to come pick up Jennifer Runyon because she's one of the protesters. But sheriff's like, look, man, I can't. I'm picking up this fucking guy that's in pieces on the side of the road.
I love that he goes, how about you just hold her there and I'll send a car eventually. I'm like, what the fuck?
Eventually?
How about like, I'm going to send a car over as soon as I can. Not like, you can hold on to her.
It's
You're
fine.
good, right?
It's whatever. It's not a big deal.
And this is where we find out that this town apparently has a massive bobcat problem.
Or used to. Not anymore, but they're coming back.
There hasn't been a bobcat attack. They're not in the area anymore.
That is the only thing they could possibly conceive of doing the damage to this body. Not a bear, not an alligator.
There's no bears or alligators in Utah.
Fucking bobcat.
It's a mountain lion or a bobcat.
I guess my first thought wouldn't be dinosaur, resurrected dinosaur.
Sure.
But I don't know how Bobcat's doing that.
Yeah, but there's no way it would be any other large predator. I don't think there's any other large predator. Maybe a wolf.
I guess I don't know Utah well enough. I'm just saying shit that would make more sense than whatever they... Bobcat's got to be Bobcat.
I mean, maybe it could be a Mormon. That's probably statistically...
It was the dog man is what it
It
was.
was fucking Sasquatch. He's looking for a Harry in the family. He got confused.
Somebody on Skinwalker Ranch or something. So one of the only level-headed people in this movie is Dr. Raven, because he's like, now he's doing an autopsy on the body, and he like takes a huge chunk because he cannot fucking figure out what has made these marks, and it's driving him nuts. He's got like a book out trying to look at the lacerations and other attacks from other animals that it could have possibly been, even though it doesn't make sense geographically where they are. So he sends it off to this company that I guess, or the Fish and Game place that'll like analyze it and shit to tell him what it is.
Imagine you missed that phone call, you just get the letter in the mail, like, what the fuck? Flesh in a bag?
Hey, happy birthday. I'm sending you some fucking a sample, a bite wound sample.
Yeah.
So he's kind of skeptical of what the fuck's going on, and he's kind of like a tertiary character throughout the whole thing, this poor fucking guy.
Yeah.
So they're still trying to... Dianne Ladd still sends these guys out to go look for the dino.
She keeps saying, well, you need to find it. You need to find it.
Yeah.
How will you know it? You'll know when you see it. They say that multiple times. You'll know when you see it.
Oh, you'll know it when you see it. Well, what are we looking for? You'll know.
I love how they separate Jennifer Runyon from the doc. It's just like, he's supposed to be keeping an eye on her while the cops send like a car or whatever, like you were saying, and he just fucking passes out drunk.
He's drunk as shit. He's a drunk. He drinks out the whole fucking
She's
movie.
like, oh, you fucking idiot, and just leaves. Fails.
So the next day he's going with a hangover, and the sheriff takes him to the protesters like commune.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, pick him out. Which one is it? And she's like, oh, she's not here, even though he knows exactly it's her. So now he's already starting to go soft on her. He's got like a thing for her, and that's like something that runs throughout this movie.
He did say she was cute and that she was wearing black lycra, so he's into her.
Yeah.
He's into her.
He's like, I finally have a shot. I can't blow it.
So now the lab guy that was sick earlier, now he's really fucking sick. Who told that guy the security guard not to let the fucking trucks out. He's on the phone. He's like, oh, God damn it, we got to contain this. We still got to do it. Meanwhile, his daughter's like sneaking out the back door to go like on a fucking drunk joyride with her boyfriend.
Yeah, they're going to hit fucking that little kid and P-Head's going to come after him. and Harley situation.
Oh, dude, yeah, the spirit of vengeance, Carnosaur.
Because I don't know what the point of this it's not even the B plot, it's like a D plot. Like, what is the point of this? They come back to it like three times
Body
in the
count,
movie?
my brother.
The couple in the cart.
I guess.
The only thing I can think of is early in the book, there's a couple making out in the car and the dinosaur eats the guy, and that might just be a kernel that's left over again.
Man.
But even then, it's not similar at all.
I mean,
it is just a body count.
It does lead to a great kill scene. I'm not trying to poo-poo it. I just was like, all right.
I know a bunch of people have said it before, but like, it's so fucking Jurassic Park, Dennis Nedry and the Dilophosaurus. It's crazy.
Oh, it felt like it at the time. A little bit like
but
the T-Rex with it.
But we see it all.
Yeah.
Right?
A little like the T-Rex. Like I actually mentioned this a little earlier, but like it crashes through the windshield after them. But maybe getting a little ahead of ourselves because they're drunk driving, they're speeding, they're fucking going up on the hill.
Yeah.
They almost fly off the fucking cliff
They're like, whoa, that was close. One of the friend gets to take a piss
with the beer,
and the fucking dinosaur comes up there and like bites him right in the dick. Like right in the dick.
Get the monster POV.
Oh, it's so good.
By monster, we mean hand puppet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but it's great, and it like jumps, it like rips through the Jeep and just starts ripping these two people apart, and it's so fucking cool.
Like, it's so tiny.
It's
like,
great.
no one can kick this thing.
Dude, I don't know, man. It's all
Yeah.
teeth and claws, man.
I guess so, but I feel like
Its head is like this big.
three adults could dogpile it, and I mean, it's gonna hurt.
Tony, We're talking about razor sharp claws and talons.
Yes.
If it's a fucking raptor.
I mean, a raccoon could probably do as much damage.
I don't think so. Its fucking head is this big. Its jaws are like this.
Like a shark bite.
Like that could go like right around your face.
Anyway, this guy's whole stomach is like spaghetti sauce.
Yeah.
Like,
This thing is just like munching away.
yeah, I love the way it looks in the lighting though. Like it actually looks pretty good in the daylight. Like they don't leave it out in the daylight too long, but just enough so you're like, all right, I buy it. It still looks fake, but it looks cool enough.
Yeah.
And I was saying on the lobby card, like I love that sun setting shot where like it roars in the distance. I love it so much.
Oh god, that's like right. They knew that was going to be in Jurassic Park. They got to get this in there.
So Jennifer Runyon like ends up hooking up with Doc Smith again, and she goes to like see him and gives him like a friendship knot, and she's like, "Look at this, it's a knot, and it means peace and
It's so funny
friendship."
how like big environmental hippie stuff was in the late 80s, early 90s. It's like in everything.
I just want to mention this scene specifically because she's like, this used to be Dinosaur Alley, and they're ripping it all up. They're destroying something to make nothing. And he's like, I don't give a fuck. I just get paid to do my job.
It's just like, what?
But Dinosaur Alley specifically, I wanted to mention.
That's relevant later.
It's like, okay, like what? Should this be a graveyard for the dinosaur? Like, who cares?
I mean, just is where they used to migrate through. We gotta like keep her preserved.
They haven't been doing that for millions of years.
But also, like,
But again, Tony, you don't know that there's a line later in the movie that she's got to reference back to this.
Yeah,
That's what she's
I
saying.
know.
I agree with her in the fact that this should be a dig site
Yeah.
for fossils and shouldn't just be plowed over by.
No, I don't think she wants anyone doing anything.
No,
to it.
no, she wants
I
them to
think she
leave
wants this
alone.
to be a dinosaur graveyard. I'm like, well, that's just called the planet that we're on.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Well,
there should be
right.
an excavation site. So this is when we go back to Washington, and the guy Fallon, he's like the balding guy who's like the
Ned Bellamy.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's like the fucking the big wig guy there who like gets all these people to like make shit for him.
Who kept like popping up in movies I was reviewing last year. I forget
Really?
most of them, but one of them was he's the chiropractor in Ed Wood who replaces Bela
Oh
Lugosi.
no shit!
Yeah, for whatever reason, I feel like there were like 2 or 3 movies that guy just like kept showing. Oh, I think he's in Charlie's Angels.
Yeah,
Oh,
I love
maybe.
it. I love his screen presence.
Yeah. Here's the phone call to the FDA
I love this.
where he's just like, I don't understand. All right, we have what was it? Turnip.
What's the difference between a cow
So we-
and a cow with
so-
a small bit of turnip
Yeah,
DNA?
so turnips don't have to be approved by the FDA, and our cows don't. So we put a cow with turnip DNA. Why does that have to be
What's the problem?
be approved by you? And it's just like, when you made the cow with turnip DNA, why did you think this was the thing that was going to happen?
Why the-
Clearly, this is going to happen.
Why the fuck are you putting turnip?
Which again was the fear. This is when we were mapping
Yeah.
like the human genome and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah,
So
yeah.
there were concerns about it.
Well,
And
we were trying to bring back a woolly mammoth, not
Yeah.
mix a fucking turnip and a cow.
instead, we made a chicken's breast bigger so we can have more chicken nuggets
Wow.
and
Oh,
shit
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
America.
Yeah, we ended up using it for food stuff, which I mean, like, all
Which
right,
probably isn't
whatever.
good
But
for
can
you.
we also have a woolly mammoth? Like,
I think
I
they
just want a woolly
I
mammoth.
think they might have actually done the woolly mammoth. Well,
Eh,
check my math on that in the comments.
they've
we
done
did a
other
sheep.
stuff. Anything they bring back is inevitably some form of hybrid.
Yeah,
They
sure,
need something
it has to
incubated.
be.
They tried it with the Tasmanian tiger. It didn't last long. They did it for like a goat, and it didn't last too long.
Yeah, I
So,
think they did
the
it- I
sheep was
think
Lucy
they
was
did
the
the
one.
sheep, yeah.
Yeah, the sheep was
Successfully-
just a
a
clone.
clone,
But like when
yeah.
it comes to bringing back endangered stuff,
Yeah.
it's always been some weird hybrid, and I think they don't really last.
It is
long.
kind of funny though, like not to keep referencing Jurassic Park because again, I feel like in this instance, probably just parallel thinking.
This is the one you could do. It.
But
Yeah, yeah.
they're like in a research center, and while he's like taking this call, and they have all like the science shit in the background
Yeah.
to really sell that. Like, oh no, we're saving lives here, guys.
So his secretary or whatever comes in and she's like, "Look, remember that thing I told you about that's going on at Eunice with the chickens?" And he's like, "Chickens? What about the chickens?" He's like, "Well, somebody was killed by this thing and they sent off one of the wound samples to somebody and they did an analysis on it and they found one of our genetic codes in the saliva or whatever."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Well, couldn't the animal just eat a fucking chicken and then kill somebody?" And she's like, "Well, yeah."
Or it's a really big chicken.
Or it's a really big chicken, like killer chicken.
We have this thing out like on the prowl while
Yeah,
Jennifer Runyon is just walking around
Definitely-
aimlessly.
Definitely not a chicken. Well, I mean, it is kind of a chicken.
Yeah.
So,
A mutated chicken.
Doc picks up picks her up and gives her a ride back to the compound. Not even like a mile up the road, they find that poor fuck with his dick bitten off, just lying in the road, speaking
who it
Spanish.
was?
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't know what the fuck he's saying. Just
speaking Spanish.
Yeah.
penis is missing. That's all we got. He's
It
bleeding
was
out.
bitten off.
He's like, La Dinosaurio, which is Spanish for the dinosaur.
And she's like, I have no fucking clue what he's saying.
Las cinco muertes.
The five
The
deaths,
5 deaths.
he says.
Well, anyway.
They don't have a flashlight, any kind of light, but Doc's make sure to have a lighter and a joint. He's like, oh, wow, if we really got to see, I guess we can walk around with this.
So they're trying to save this guy, but they also don't save him at all.
No.
And then it just cuts to the 2 guys that are looking for the Carnosaur TM. And they're like, what the fuck are we looking for anyway? By the way, Dianne Ladd has like cameras everywhere.
Yes.
You're
So,
watching them
So
drive.
she's watching them drive, everything they say, everything they do, and they're like, holy shit, watch out! And they hit the brakes, and this fucking Carnosaur comes through the fucking windshield and rips this guy out, rips his like fucking...
no survival instinct.
No.
It's like, one, hey, dinosaur, why don't you just eat animals out in the wild?
No.
Why are you going through the giant truck windshield? to
Second
eat
time
men?
now.
Because
Second time through a
There ain't
windshield.
shit out there, man. It's the desert.
There's shit in the desert.
Not that this thing knows to eat, right?
Well, still, I don't think it should be headbutting a truck.
Well, right, again,
It's starving.
it
Tony.
doesn't understand glass, that we established now twice.
And it kills them both in the truck.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah,
rips this guy's guts out.
Then we go to Fallon again. This time, I swear to God, he's laying down on this fucking senator's desk just about with
Oh
these
my God.
blueberry
Guys,
muffins.
if you had room, I would have done this whole episode
my
laying
God.
on the table like that.
It's the funniest thing because he's just like laying in front of the center. And he's like, you like that fucking blueberry pie?
And Connie Chung did not like this.
No.
She brought it up in her little
Oh, really?
comparison.
And
Yeah.
this was, she has like a chart of JP and Carnosaur, and it was like gross lines.
Yeah.
And that one got the check mark.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
And I think even Siskel and Ebert, I think maybe they mentioned like how comedic it was that this guy's just laying on the table.
It's
He's like,
bizarre.
isn't that the best tasting blueberry
Is that
pie?
not the best, most delicious blueberry pie you ever tasted?
We coat it in a thin
We-
embryonic layer of goat embryo.
It's like, what if that pie could sit on a shelf, not a refrigerator, mind you, a shelf for 18 months and still be the freshest pie you ever ate? He's like,
Yeah.
that's amazing. How the fuck did you do that? It's like, when we took each little blueberry and we coated it in a thin layer of goat embryonic fluid, and the guy just starts like throwing up his
Get the senator some water.
He's like, oh my God.
Clark Griswold was jizzing his pants. He was like, oh, the food.
He's like, I made that fucking lacquer for cornflakes. I should have did that embryonic fluid for the. Oh, he's actually probably working for
The milk that lasts for 3 years in a bag. The cookies.
He's working for Brian Doyle Murray.
There you go. It lines up.
He's the CEO of Eunice.
And they're going to sell those blueberries covered in goat something.
You're gonna get the embryonic blueberry of the month club.
Well, they're gonna sell it to Robert De Niro in Casino. He's gonna have the exact right amount of blueberries in each month.
Oh my God.
With the goat shit on.
Don Rickles is eating it and throwing it up in the corner.
He likes it, but he throws up anyway.
Brian Doyle's like, get me that chicken lady. She's gonna make chickens better.
It's a good Brian Doyle Murray impression. I don't think I've heard many Brian Doyle Murray impressions, but if I did, that's probably the best
That was
one.
good. Yeah, that took me out of my seat a little.
You got to meet my friend Joe. He does really good impressions. Oh, like who? Brian Doyle Murray.
I do good voices.
I love how though his like assistant or whatever comes up to Fallon and like kind of shuffles him away to tell him some information.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh man, this isn't good. Don't let the senator find out. This is a big fucking mess." The senator's like, "What mess, huh?"
He's like, oh, I mean, this mess here. Let's clean that up for you.
Clean up that pie. By the way, I don't want to have a biohazard about fucking chickens anywhere. Can we clean this up?
Yeah, that's what it's about the chicken
Yeah.
bio.
And then he's like, let's go get shit-faced or something
Come on,
on
we're-
Uncle Sam's dime.
The executives are going to buy you a drink down at the bar, I guess that's there, at fucking the Sinjanor Company.
Yeah.
Then we have this guy Jesse, played by Frank Novak. He had like called Tiptree earlier, like nervous.
This is the dad of the chick who got eaten in the Jeep. He's the other scientist who's like, we got to contain it, and he's all sick and shit.
Okay, that makes more sense because he does mention, "Where's my daughter? Where's my daughter?" And Tiptree's like, "It's okay, calm down." Like through the monitor, "I'm taking you right through her to her. We're go down this elevator."
She was attacked and she's fine. fine. We saved her. And he's like, really?
Oh, yeah. Great over-the-top panicked acting by this guy.
Yeah.
Not enough sweat. He needed more sweat.
She's like, it's okay, we'll show you. And he's like, oh, really? And she's like, yeah, go through the door.
Yeah, right through that door that says, do not go in here, a dinosaur inside.
Do not enter. Well, it opens up to like this fucking laser light show with a T-Rex in
Okay,
it.
so this seems mean to the T-Rex. It's like, I thought you liked these things. Why are you putting them in a laser room, scaring the shit out of them?
I don't know.
She's got to put baby in the cage. It's like a laser cage, right?
Yeah. And it's just sitting there like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
You can help the next generation by getting fed to it. And she like says, she's calling out fucking numbers like Lex Luthor. She's like, A1, A2, and the fucking things go off.
Yeah.
And the T-Rex just goes over and like goes to bite him, and he falls into like the thing from Resident Evil.
And his arm
and his fucking hand gets cut off.
Didn't hit the button fast enough.
And
Yeah.
it's just all the things you want to see because it's like this giant puppet eating this fucking guy, and it's like shaking him around and shit.
Yeah.
It's great.
Oh, yeah. It like... They do it in all three.
It's great.
But it'll be like maybe a giant puppet, and then like as soon as it bites someone, it's just ragdoll hand physics.
It's like it's like a hand puppet eating like a smaller puppet. It's great.
I also wonder if the Buechler and his team were like, you know what? Even if these dinosaurs aren't 100% up to snuff, again, budget, we got at least a cool laser hand cut off in the movie.
I mean, there is some cool shit in this.
Yeah, no, it is. I like that added detail. It's not always just a dinosaur killing somebody or maiming them in this case.
We do get a small scene here that we have to note where like the protesters from the camp like chain themselves to the fucking backhoe and shit.
I love this because you know where this is going.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, they're fucked.
And Doc Smith's like, yeah, enjoy. See you later. I'm going to the diner.
Oh, by the way, there's some bobcats around. They're
Wink,
back
wink.
and they're angry.
They're like, bobcats. Yeah, real funny.
Yeah, well, he's trying to scare them so
Yeah,
they
yeah.
unchain themselves and leave. But he goes to fucking the diner, Joy's Diner, and Clint Howard's there eating his meatloaf or whatever.
I would ask Clint Howard to leave, and I would fire that chef if I owned that place.
Oh, God, yeah. The chef's talking about bobcats, too. Hey, you heard the bobcats attack that guy?
Right when he walks in, Clint Howard's like, "Oh, I don't have my gravy for my meatloaf," and he's like, "One gravy coming up," and he like coughs on it and he gives it to him and hits the bell. I'm like, "Oh
So
man,
disgusting.
And they start talking about like violent attacks with bobcats, and that guy's like, "Do you mind quiet down? You're upset at my wife. She's pregnant, you know."
My wife is pregnant, you know.
He's like, "No, we don't know. We don't know who you guys are."
And Clint Howard's just like, "Shit, I ever tell you about the time that one guy like caught that prize buck and his wife was pregnant, right? Well, she had the baby and the damn baby came out and had these little antlers."
And they just get up and
They get up
get
and
out of
leave.
Yeah.
And all the other characters are just like laughing, like, yeah, fuck them.
Nice.
They didn't pay, but fuck them.
Nice one, Clint.
Yeah. Clint, you're picking that up, right? Huh? Nah. Give me some more chicken. This guy's eating in every fucking scene he's in.
So exactly what you think is going to happen is about to happen because the Carnosaur fucking comes up and wakes like the head of the protesters up, and he's like,
Ethan.
he's like, "Hello, my green brother."
Thinking it's an alien.
Yeah, what the fuck? This guy gets eviscerated.
And immediately gets jumped on by the fucking Carnosaur.
Jennifer Runyon's the only smart one. She changed herself to the inside of the excavator.
Greetings, my green brother. He fucking like eats his face off.
That looks so good.
It looks
though.
great.
What is the movie want us to land on? Are we for the environmentalist or the construction guys who are destroying? Because the construction dude ends up saving the day, but then also...
Well, right.
Well, Tony, they're back from extinction and out for revenge. Don't forget. This is Dinosaur Alley. It's returning to its roots.
Yes, so
It's definitely anti-corporation, anti-government covering shit up.
Yeah.
But it also is, like you kind of said earlier, in that era where activists were kind of made fun of on the regular.
Yeah. There's really no good guy to kind of
No.
root for. I guess like the mothers who are
Yeah.
birthing dinosaurs against their will.
Early 90s, we're coming off the 80s. There's that sentiment still there.
And it's funny you said that
Fuck
because like
tree huggers.
that's a point of Death Machine.
Oh, yeah, a little bit.
There's like radicals in that are trying to bring down the big corporations and stuff.
I mean, that one even goes a little deeper where the corporation is secretly, due to Brad Dourif's bullshit, actually causing a lot of the strife out there.
Or like Man's Best Friend when
Yeah.
Ali Sheedy's like part of that where she's trying to save the dogs from experiments and shit like that.
Except in this case, there's a fucking dinosaur on the loose. Not a Carnosaur TM, the, what was that again? The Dilopodictus?
Deinonychus.
Oh.
Deinonychus.
Oh, it's definitely Carnosaur TM. Yeah.
Definitely gonna eat this guy's face off and then go after this other woman and rip her fucking leg off.
Yeah.
I love
While
her
she
reaction.
screams, "Ah!"
I love her reaction because she's screaming and then she just immediately goes into shock and the camera pans down and she has no leg. And this fucking puppet's like,
It's
eating
bigger
like,
now, right? It's
Yeah.
got bigger at this point,
it's like 7 feet tall now.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's like raptor size.
Eating
now.
it like a fucking lamb chop lollipop.
Jurassic Park raptor, just to clarify.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like we said
the
earlier.
wrong raptor.
Yes.
Yeah. Not
Like-
not 5, not Carnosaur 5
No.
raptor.
Although they did find a Utah raptor that was kind of big, like the movie.
Oh,
did
they really?
So-
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what Alan Grant is brushing off in the beginning. Duh.
Okay.
Oh, that's in
More like a 6-foot
Montana.
turkey.
That
No,
is
I'm
funny.
kidding.
That is,
Shh, you're ruining my joke.
Well,
Sorry.
that's why I
that is
said
funny.
that
They're
earlier.
like velociraptor. Then you look it up. Like, aren't those Asian? What's that
Huh?
doing in Montana?
You got to read the book. Michael Crichton lays it all out there.
I
He
know.
makes it make as much sense as he possibly could.
So Doc shows up, chases it off. He like gets out of the car and shoots it and it runs away.
Somehow.
And somehow Jennifer Runyon, she like unchained herself in the madness and like hid inside the
well,
cab.
like I said, she was the only one smart enough to chain herself to the inside of the vehicle.
Yeah.
So he's able to save her, and there's like fucking hands hanging from the chains and shit. It's great.
That's a great visual.
Yeah.
So we get a quick scene too with the sheriff and Dr. Raven, not Doc Smith, but the actual doctor. And this is where it establishes the fact that either there's multiple animals or this thing is growing because the lesions on the first bodies compared to the most recent bodies have grown exponentially.
Right, the bite marks, the claw
Yeah,
marks.
he's like marking like the inches. It's
like,
like,
huh.
now it's like 7 inches. This thing's getting big.
And the fucking sheriff is still like, I don't mean to beat this into the dirt, but the movie kind of does itself. Like, he's fucking Bobcat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the doctor's like, I don't know if that theory's holding water anymore.
Then this gets a little dicey because they put Jennifer Runyon and Doc are like in the he puts her in the trailer. But then she's by herself. He leaves to do something and she's like looking through his art book. She finds out she's an artist, but he also has like a real macabre side to him, we find out.
Yeah.
Because there's like a fucking Clive Barker painting in his book.
That's just in there like for this jump scare that's about to happen.
Well, yeah, but like when he sees the guy with his dick bitten off, he like zones out. So something has happened to him before, which is probably why he's drunk, which is also good visual storytelling.
That's why we need that Blu-ray. We need the extended cut
Yes.
or behind the scenes.
So this thing starts to break in the fucking trailer, and Jennifer Runyon like grabs a gun and like shoots it and chases it off.
Like Jason or some shit.
Yeah.
End of part 2, I guess that
Yeah.
was. But again, like we said, it doesn't understand glass. It just says, all right, that's a clear plane.
Yeah.
We jump through this fucking thing.
So Doc is he finds the truck with the 2 hunter guys, and he's like, oh man, I can't believe they're dead. And he hears Dianne Ladd, or secretary, on him, like, hey, did you guys find subject number 1 yet? And he's like, yeah, we found subject number 1. I'm bringing them in now. And they're like, great, excellent. They're on their way.
He knows how to get to the Eunice facility and
Yeah,
everything.
Yes.
he puts the fucking jumpsuit on, puts one of the guys under a tarp, and he's like, yeah, I got it right here. I shot it with a dart. It's fine. Let me in. And they're like, okay, come on in. Let me see the fucking dinosaur.
Oh god, yeah. There's no fucking X-ray machine in
Yeah.
this high-tech facility.
Or
Come
like,
on.
you definitely don't look like the guy who was driving that truck before.
Again, that's the problem with her being the only one in on the bad guy plan. You need
security
security people who are also in on the plan.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how you find them.
Rod Steiger had it figured out in The Kindred.
Yeah, I guess
That's a good
He
point.
made his own people, a fish woman.
That's how you do it. That's
Yeah.
how you do it. This is
Make
this
your own
isn't
mutant.
working, and
Yeah.
then this is how someone could just walk in and just fuck up your entire
She
plan.
needed to genetically engineer a fucking person who was part fucking dinosaur, like
Yes.
Dr. Moreau.
Yes.
Well, that's
They
her,
mentioned Moreau.
that's
Yeah.
her fucking idol, we'll find out. Because now
of
that
all the fucking idols in the world.
because the other shoe has now fucking dropped. Because now people aren't just coughing now. The clinic isn't just full with people.
No.
Have they found the egg yet? The
That's
chicken
where
egg?
I'm leading up
Okay.
to,
This is
Tony.
the epidemic.
Yeah.
They find this fucking egg.
You see the sheriff at home with his wife. He gets home early in the morning, and his whole family is sick. And he's like, "Oh, if you're sick, go with the girls, and I'll make breakfast." And he's cracking these fucking eggs open, and they're just green goo
Yes.
inside.
Oh yeah, well that's kind of again like I just said. That's the other shoe dropping. The next plot point
Yeah.
finally being delivered, spoon fed to us.
And he drops one of the eggs, and inside is a fucking dinosaur embryo, that's alive, that he takes to the
Yeah.
doctor.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're looking at it under, I guess, a microscope.
Yeah.
I don't know why you need that.
I guess her plan to like the eggs again. It's working too fast. Like one hatch, and now other ones are the eggs are just starting to grow dinosaurs when
'Cause,
they're
like,
not supposed. They're just
That's why I
supposed
said
to
it
infect
could
you.
it could have led to a kind of, not that was the point, but it could have led to a cool like zombie-esque
Yeah.
like part 2.
But the end game is that women are going to consume the chicken eggs and then the embryo grows within them, but
Yes.
also it's a spreadable disease by contact and airborne.
No, I think it's because people have been eating the chickens
Oh, is that why they're
for
sick?
like a while. I
Oh.
think she might have been doing this for a minute.
No, it couldn't be because Jennifer Runyon is a vegetarian and she doesn't eat the eggs. And she gets sick at the end. Plus, they make a lot of notes to like people coughing on shit and coughing in their hand.
yeah, maybe it is a little bit of both. It definitely comes from the chickens and eggs.
Sure.
It's airborne. It's kind of
Okay.
like playing on the
Yeah.
bird flu shit.
But
a
I think
little bit.
I think it's also from the eggs and shit. I think
Yeah.
there's two ways to spread it.
But, Clint's still eating that fucking chicken, and he's got a bucket of it as he's walking through
That's
this.
true. That throws it off. He's been eating a lot of it.
Oh, I mean, my chicken, checking on my
He's
chicken.
immune. I
He'd be
mean-
patient 0 if that were the case.
Right.
He's just Clint Howard. He's just like immune. It's like, imagine I Am Legend with Clint Howard.
Oh my god.
The Planet of the Dinosaurs.
But
People.
but like I said earlier, he's a fucking sadist. He's eating that chicken leg in front of all the chickens. It's like, oh yeah.
I don't know if they know what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, he, of course, he's just, we got to up the body count. So this fucking Deinonychus Carnosaur is like up in the rafters.
Dude, it's
and,
full
like,
of Spider-Man.
dude drops down and fucking kisses him right on the head because he bites it off and rips it off. It's great.
He's got a spider web at the bottom, pulling him back up.
It's so fucking good, dude. So like Sean said, the sheriff takes the dinosaur to the doctor, and they're like, "Huh, that's just fucking weird." And that's pretty much the end of that.
Yeah.
Also, just before he moved too far away from it, his wife's like, "Yeah, I'm really sick. I'm coming down with something. Yeah, our kids are sick too."
Oh yeah, I had mentioned that.
No, I know, but
Oh, yeah.
he's like, "All right, honey, have a nice day." Kisses her right on the lips. I'm like, "All right, you do not give a fuck.
Well,
If she's gonna be sick, I'll be sick too."
yeah, if my wife is sick or if I'm sick, we don't care about that. It's like, well,
I
if
guess
we're gonna
so.
be sick, we're gonna be sick,
Maybe he didn't realize how sick she was.
Well, I don't think that he figured that a fucking dinosaur was going to be gestating in her stomach.
Yeah.
Or in his eggs, for that matter.
Yeah.
Because I
that's
saw
weird.
this movie at such a young age, I always think that. If
Yeah,
I ever
yeah.
have a girlfriend, she's like, I'm sick, and I'm like, get that fucking dinosaur,
You got a dinosaur,
away
baby.
from me.
These are-
Get it away from me.
These are the scenes that grossed me out as a kid, and I was like,
Yeah.
that's fucking funky, man. Eggs and fucking with my food, and
It's
green.
scarier than the dinosaur
It's scarier
stuff,
than dinosaur
really.
stuff, 100%. And that contamination and that like plague thing that's happening in the movie was always freakier to me
Yeah.
than the dinosaurs.
This does feel really Resident Evil.
Oh, big time.
little
the
bit, yeah.
Eunice feels like Umbrella.
Oh, dude, yeah. It's a fucking bio weapon.
Yeah, it's an
Yeah.
evil medical
BOW.
company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny you mention that because some of the music cues in this kind of reminded me of Resident Evil.
Shinji Mikami. He's a fan of Carnosaur. Truth comes out. He did do Dino Crisis, or Capcom did.
So yeah, we're at the lab, and Doc has figured it all out, and he's got Dianne Ladd at gunpoint. He's like, "What the fuck is going on here?"
Can I mention something about the lab?
Yeah.
Something I learned.
Oh, okay.
That lab is also Dr. Doomslayer from Fantastic Four.
Are you kidding me?
And also the Fantastic Four's room
Hideout?
from the Baxter building.
Holy shit!
When I
man.
watched me, Riley, and Mint, we were watching
Yeah.
the Doom documentary, and they point out that they just, as soon as like Carnosaur was done, they repurposed it for Fantastic Four.
Damn, I gotta watch that. I gotta watch that documentary.
Now,
but that's,
like
The documentary is on YouTube. The
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
That's
So when
fucking
they like,
awesome, though.
when he's like holding her at gunpoint,
Yeah.
going through, there's like those walls with those like triangle sort of columns. That is from Doctor
Holy
Doom's
shit,
thing.
man.
That's awesome.
They just like repaint it and throw shit up there.
Yeah, because he fucking gets in there like we were talking about earlier. No X-ray machine, no way, no security. He's just
Yeah.
in there, and she's like, "All right, let me see what's in the bag." Opens it up, it's just one of the mooks, and she's like, "Oh fuck!" He points a gun at her.
He's got her at gunpoint, and they're talking, and he's like, "Tell me what the fuck's going on." And she's like, "There's nothing you could do. You can't be saved." Meanwhile, the secretary pops up on the screen. She's like, "Oh, Miss Tippett Topper, I'm sick." She's like, "Oh, okay, honey. Why don't you come up here and we'll let me see you first before you leave." And she's like, "Okay."
She's going like one of these, like a Mr. Burns. She's like, "Oh, I can finally use my experiment on her."
She turns to Doc and she's like, "Let me show you what I've been working
Oh
on."
God, yeah. She goes full.
I'm evil, by the way.
I'm evil,
full
by the
reanimator.
way. So she like takes her temp. She's like, perfect. You're at the perfect spot. Here, lay down on the couch. All of a sudden, this woman starts going into fucking labor, and Doc's
know.
like, "Oh my God, breathe, push, breathe, push."
She's like, "Your DNA is now a battlefield. It's like the fire of creation." And he's like, "What the fuck?"
This
Every
part,
cell of you is turning into something more beautiful.
This one's not so much gory, but it is the most effective death in the film.
Yeah.
Those legs just going.
Yeah.
Oh, God,
And like
yeah.
the noises of
The
her
sound-
ripping open.
Dude, the legs going spread out
Yeah.
and the sound effect. I'm like, ow!
You
And
remember-
it hurts to watch it.
You remember that chicken from the beginning that we were talking about? That's
Yeah.
what happens here. Pops out a fucking dinosaur egg like this. But I guess it's similar to the size of a baby, but it's not as pliable, I think,
Yeah.
right? It's just a hard-shelled
Yeah.
thing.
It's like same size as the that larva that the chick pops out in Applegate's. It's about the right size.
I was going to make that comparison.
Yeah, while later somebody else pops one out and it ends up like the one in Applegate's. Because now that they've established that this is how these things procreate, for lack of a better term, now she starts explaining it in a moment, but it's like, oh shit.
They're like xenomorphs.
Yeah, kind of like xenomorphs, but they come out of the female body
Yeah.
through the vagina into an egg, and they kill you in the process.
And what I like about this too, as we see it as the movie keeps going, they start to become more mammal-like than they're reptile-like, because right now an egg pops out.
True.
And she gets the egg.
And I think it is also just the speed at which these things are, again, not to keep reason to use the word evolving, because it's not the right word, but I think you get what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're growing faster and faster, so you're right. Eventually, it's like, well, we don't need the egg anymore.
Yeah. As this birthing scene is happening, we jump back to Fallon real quick, because he's like, what? He likes talking. Now we're in the tent, and he's talking to the
Yeah,
guy. He's
yeah.
like, what are you talking about? She's been doing gene splicing on fucking chickens, and I didn't know about this shit. What are you, crazy?
This military set they set up as part of like the infestation
Yeah.
outbreak.
And
Yeah.
this is when they're talking about theoretical scenarios that might happen.
Yeah.
With like, they're like, humanity could be at 50% in like 7 weeks. And they're just like, this could wipe us out. And the guy goes, well, not actually. We've been working on artificial wounds, and we can grow a new crop of females. And I love that all
no big
these
deal.
men are saying this in front of the girl who's quiet. It's just like, what did you just say?
Yeah, right. Fallon's assistant.
You're like, wait, you're just gonna replace? Oh, okay. We're not gonna try and stop this.
We got artificial uteruses. We're fine.
Although they do say, like, is there a serum? They're like, if there is, we don't know what it is. We
don't
let this
got
lady do whatever the fuck she wanted, apparently.
Why aren't we storming the fucking lab that she's in and being like, what are you doing?
Right, just get 20 people to shoot her in the face and call it.
Yeah, like we'll get to that. They put Utah under quarantine, or at least that town. And now we get the whole thing about what Dianne Ladd's plan is.
Right.
She wants to give the world back to the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
And Doc says that would make a great theme park, wouldn't it?
Yeah, which is funny because Primitive War is coming out this month.
Oh,
and
I wanted to bring that up.
yeah, the tagline is this ain't no walk in the park.
Yeah, it's great. I can't wait for Primitive
I'm
War,
excited
by
for
the
that.
way. Yeah.
That was
Let us
weirdly
know
enough.
if you're doing a live on that, if you already have somebody.
It's probably going to be on the September, the wrap up on September 4th.
I would love to talk about that.
That was partially why we did this episode. I don't know if we'll
Yeah.
have time to do a ripe review
Yeah.
on it, but that
I
kind
wouldn't
of
mind
inspired
revisiting
this.
later on and doing a commentary when it hits video.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I mean that's also what spurred this Carnosaur episode
Yeah.
was Primitive War
Yeah.
coming out.
Curious
And
about
of
that. I
course-
hope it's good.
And the new Jurassic Park that also dropped.
That's
too.
true.
So Dianne Ladd's vamping about, wiping out the human race, making complete genocide, but also taking human DNA and putting it into the dinosaurs and essentially making fucking Koopa City 1 is what we're getting towards.
Yeah, so she wants to give the world back to the dinosaurs. And my problem is, well, you don't have all the dinosaurs.
No.
Some of these I don't think were the late Cretaceous when the dinosaurs were
No.
done.
Well, that's a Jurassic World problem also,
well-
or park rather.
Yeah, but
Both.
that's just like, at least there it's a name. It's like, well, no, if you want to pick up where the dinosaurs left off, you don't have some of the right ones. Also, like, the world has changed since that. She's like, this world was built for them. Like, okay, well, now the continents are all in other places.
Yeah.
The air is different. Like, this isn't meant, you couldn't bring a dinosaur back
She's
right
like, it was
now.
built for their size.
Only like in the tropics, right?
Yeah. And also, there were several extinctions before. Like,
Yeah.
like people like to think of T-Rex and Stegosaurus being around at the same time. No, they're separated by millions of years.
Yeah.
Like, there's been, 6? They mentioned in X-Files,
Yeah.
5 extinctions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mass extinctions. Like, lady, what is your... I get you want to kill humanity because you don't like them, but the whole, we got to bring back the dinosaurs and start over. I'm like, this doesn't make sense.
Why not just make the disease of chickens and kill everybody?
Oh, well, or bugs.
Yeah.
Destroy the crops.
Yeah.
But she's going on like an all-time haters rant about this, like about how humanity has squandered basically their right to exist. And then she like even throws out like, God is an acronym for generator of diversity. And I'm like, Jesus, lady, you've lost the fucking plot.
Well, this is what happens. Alizar Kane comes, which is her protege, picks up her work, and creates the fucking Theodore Rex universe.
It's prequel Theodore
That's
Rex.
what happens.
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
She is doing like a James Bond villain, but she's like the worst James Bond villain because again, she doesn't have followers or henchmen. She's just like, I did a thing. It got a little out of control. Did it too early.
You're right, though, Joe. She takes the technology. She goes with Joe Buchanan.
Oh, yeah.
At the end of the movie, disappears into a different dimension, different part of the movie dumpster universe.
Takes
Parallel Earth.
Takes Santa Whoopi and makes her a fucking android or something.
Right. Somewhere in the MDU, it does exist.
Yeah.
Right. There's that little tiny robot that talks to them.
So,
But then she mentions that Dr. Moreau is her idol.
Right. Oh,
The
yeah.
fictional doctor who's the bad guy? He gets murdered?
Well, you know, I made a little worm guy, but I never made a dinosaur person. Let's try it.
I was gonna say, where does Nelson De La Rosa fit into this?
they're playing piano together.
I'm like, that's not who you want your idol to be. That seems like in Fallen Kingdom, they go to that mansion. There's like a Mary Shelley painting. I'm like,
Yeah.
the lady who said you shouldn't do this, you have a painting of her, and then you did it anyway.
Well, we know what happened with that. Joe Buchanan
Oh yeah,
fucked
he
with
changed-
that
he
in
went back in
Frankenstein
time.
Unbound. So
Seriously.
that is why we have genetically engineered dinosaurs.
It's like when the Emperor told Anakin all about how much he admired this guy Darth Plagueis, and nobody put together that he is the Dark Lord.
He was great. He could make people come back from the dead.
I definitely didn't kill him.
Do it. Anyway, so yeah, the sheriff is at home and like hears the Carnosaur outside, so decides to take it upon himself to go kill it.
Talk about an all-time hater. He's got the fucking shotgun. Come on, where? It's like
Wait.
fucking. I know what you did last summer. Come on and get me. Where are you?
Yeah.
But wait, is his family like dead when he's reading to them?
I don't.
They're dying.
Because like their eyes are just open. I'm like, when I was watching it the other day, I'm like,
Christ, man. You know, I think so because it's a
might
dark
be.
scene.
yeah, because he's like reading them and he seems sad. I'm like, did they die? And
She's
he's
not blinking.
And yeah, I think we're led to believe that they died.
And he's just
And
going
he's
out
just-
in a blaze of
and
glory.
he's in shock, and
Yeah.
he knows a dinosaur is
Yeah.
involved. So he's just gonna take his anger out
It's-
on the dinosaur.
I was gonna gloss over that, but now that you mention it, like that's a really sad scene,
Yeah.
especially if
There's
that's
some
the
really
yeah.
depressing scene.
Yeah, it's
There's
dark.
a one coming up with there's like an execution. Like
Yeah.
this is sad.
So
I mean, up until this point, there's no cure. So yeah, it probably is that they're just dead.
I don't even think they know what's going on. It's just like a mass epidemic.
The way I read that scene is that they're dead. They died, and he's lost.
If that's not true, I like your version better.
Yeah, because the next scene, he's going out there looking for something.
The fucking the Carnosaur like rips into like a pet shop and like
Yeah.
eats a bunch of fucking pets, and then like he's out there with a shotgun. But yeah, like Sean said, basically calling out this fucking dinosaur, and it runs up behind him, and he fucking turns around and blasts
Yeah.
this thing right in the chest.
I couldn't believe that's all it took.
yeah.
Well, I mean, a shotgun,
Yeah,
a
oh,
slug
yeah.
right to the. Haven't you ever played Dino Crisis?
Yeah, I mentioned it earlier. Yeah. But it gets him in the process as it's dying. He's like screaming at it still instead of just finishing it off, like shoot it in the head and fucking move on.
Yeah.
Claws him right through
Gets
the stomach.
right into the back.
The foot like goes backwards, it gets
Yeah.
the raptor claw through his stomach, and then he fucking blows this thing's head off.
head
And they
off.
just both sit there, just dying.
It's great.
What a fucking badass way to
Yeah.
go out.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
again, you probably could have survived, but like Muldoon, clever girl.
Yeah.
Now the government wants to save these dinosaurs or like save the race of these things or whatever.
Well, I think they want to like contain it, but then like they because they talk about like we could grow a whole new generation
Better
of
ones.
humanity that
Yeah.
will be like we can direct and
Part
manipulate.
dinosaur.
Well, the fucking cook from the diner comes driving in like down the road.
Yep.
And you don't know who's with them. You find out it's the waitress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's like, oh yeah, we're okay. There's the government; they'll help us. And it's like all guys in like contamination suits
the
with machine
blob.
guns.
Yeah, it's like the blob.
Yeah, right. It's the blob. Or again, I keep mentioning zombie movies, but if you've seen zombie movies, you're like, oh no.
Yeah, like the
They're
crazies.
dressed like the CDC guys from Siphon Filter, the yellow
Right,
suit
yeah,
viral guy.
They remind me of the crazies.
But my
like
point-
same
my
suits.
point is,
or like
yeah.
Rats Night of Terror. Yeah.
It's a common trope why this movie has come out, but it's like, yeah, if the government's wearing those suits and they got machine guns, they ain't gonna help you. They're more likely
No.
to just kill you.
and we might as well talk about it right here, but when they bring that lady back there,
The waitress,
she's
yeah.
giving birth to this fucking dinosaur. They're like, huh, what's going on here? And this is like the first instance of her spitting out a dinosaur with the egg kind of falling apart.
Right.
So like they're starting to not need
Yeah.
eggs because people's bodies are changing. So now they're becoming more mammal-like, and that half-breed shit is kind of kicking in.
And this is like the tent where Fallon's
Yeah.
posted up, and he's like, "Holy shit!"
She's like, this is great. He picks up. He's like, we're going to make a fortune with this place. Maybe we'll have a coupon day or something.
Right? Is he the John Hammond? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's the blood-sucking lawyer.
Right. He's like, all right, get some of these into Cairo. We're gonna need these later.
Cryo.
Yeah. Wow. That's how I used. Did I say? Did I say it wrong?
You said
again?
fucking
said Cairo.
Cairo.
Oh,
Like,
it's been a while since
What's
Project Metal
your
Beast.
problem with the Egyptians? You want to send dinosaurs to Egypt?
Go back to Project Metal Beast, or I think that was the episode I said Cairo like 4 times.
It was Alien Romulus.
Alien Romulus.
I didn't know what the fuck.
Cryo.
I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. I'm like, I must have missed something. And then afterward, he's like, oh, I meant cryo. I'm like, oh fuck.
Wow,
I could have corrected you in the
when
beginning.
you say a word wrong for almost 40 years, it takes a little while to get it right. Cryo.
Yeah.
Put it in cryo.
That's a Kyber crystal
It's
for your
embarrassing
lightsaber.
when you say words wrong and pronounce them wrong, and everyone makes fun of you. Are you guys going to go see Jaws in theaters?
Jaws.
You gonna see
Well,
Jaws
you
in
you
theaters?
just have a bad
That's
accent.
the
That's what
accent.
it is.
That's
Shut
different. I'm just stupid.
Yeah, go see Jaws.
It's not as bad as I'll drop this nuke on myself. It's not as bad as for years I thought macabre was macabre and I said it wrong. In front of somebody, it might even have been Joe. Like, what
Macabre.
the fuck are you saying? Oops.
You say a lot of shit where I'm like, what the fuck? Are
Nobody
you
ever
saying?
corrected me. I don't know. I'm usually pretty good about that. but
There is
occasionally.
like, there are times where you have to read a word out loud, and you're like,
Sure.
you're like, I've never said it
Sure,
out
I mean,
loud,
it's-
and I'm
it's-
gonna
Google
embarrass
exists now. You
It's
can look
happened
it
to
up.
all of
but-
us. So yeah, this is where Doc holds Dianne Ladd at gunpoint, and he sees her secret egg room, right?
Oh,
And he's like,
God.
"You motherfucker, you're making these things?" And she's like,
Dennis
"These-"
Nedry's running out the back door.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he's got like a whole suitcase full of these eggs.
Yeah.
So he's like, either start talking and tell me how I'm gonna fix this, or I start scrambling these fucking eggs. So she's like, there's nothing you could do. So he starts shooting the eggs like the fucking alien queen,
Yeah.
almost
Yeah,
making
yeah.
a bargain with this woman. So he ends up getting the raw virus to make an antivirus with, right?
How he knows how, I don't know.
But it doesn't work like that because you need to synthesize an antivirus.
Sure.
If you ever played Resident Evil, you know you need the piece of the T virus and you need some other shit to synthesize a fucking cure. You don't just shoot yourself with the original virus and get better.
we need Tony Chopper up in here. He could do it.
Yeah. So yeah, she's like, okay, fuck you, and he takes the thing and he leaves. Meanwhile, she's setting herself up with like hot water and a blanket and
Wait.
shit.
I like that she's so dedicated to this plan. She'll also be a victim of it.
This was always the plan.
Yeah. I'm like, you're not going to stick around to see if it works?
Well, she pretty much did. She's like, everything's working. She's giving birth to the egg, and everything's quarantined and fucked up.
She should have took some Novocaine or something before she decided to do this.
She knew she was going out, right? Did you think she was gonna? She was like, yeah, I'm gonna pop out an egg, and then maybe I'll die, or maybe not.
Yeah.
I think that's exactly what she thought because that's what happened to her assistant Susan earlier.
She's been prepping her vagina the whole fucking time
Yeah.
to make sure it was wide enough to give birth, so she didn't die.
Right, exactly. She lubed it up big
yeah.
time.
Yeah,
when
but then
did she plan on freeing that T-Rex? She didn't have it on a timer or anything. It just lets itself out.
well,
the lasers are on a
She
battery.
doesn't because Doc goes to leave and she like kind of traps him in the laser room, and she's like A6-2411 disengage, and the fucking laser shut off, and the T-Rex chases after Doc. He climbs up and out, and the T-Rex punches its fucking head
Yeah.
through a concrete wall.
While she's giving birth
While she's
to a
giving
T-Rex.
birth to a T-Rex, and it's like a live birth at this point.
Yeah.
It doesn't come out of her vagina; it pops out of her fucking stomach,
Yeah.
like the Howling 3 or like
Yeah.
Basket Case 2.
She's regretting that decision. She's like, oh, she dies.
She's loving it. She's like, yeah, okay.
Like I said, in
Viva la dinosaurs.
in 1993, you could have went into one theater and saw Laura Dern chased by a raptor, walked
your
into another theater and saw Laura Dern's mom shit out a T-Rex.
Yeah, you could have saw Dianne Ladd spread eagle.
Yeah, you could have walked another theater and saw the Little Rascals.
And Sean is in the little rascals, not unaware of what's going on in any other theater.
Spanky and the gang are riding the fire hose trying to put out the fucking fire
There
on the
you go.
He-Man Woman Haters Club.
They're disguised as ballerinas now.
Meanwhile, in the next room, Dianne Ladd is shitting out a dinosaur.
Yeah, literally across from each other. Except Carnosaur's way louder, so you're just hearing it in the Little Rascals theater.
Here you go, little one. Push, push.
Yeah, yeah.
It'd be funny if in one theater you're hearing push, push.
Yeah, right.
It helps him to trust me.
I love Dr. Moreau, all in unison.
So yeah, now the fucking T-Rex is loose. Doc Smith runs back to the trailer to see Jennifer Runyon. The fucking T-Rex is walking through town, and it hears the fucking payphone ringing, and I'm like, That's Michael Rex calling his friend on the payphone, and they didn't pick up.
Looking for Tammy.
Yeah, he was looking for Tanny. And he was just like, nah, fuck that shit. I got to go down to Dinosaur Alley. Walks right past it. Trying to reach him on that fucking payphone, dude.
Yeah.
So Doc's back in the trailer, and he's like he's calling for help. He's like, whoa, we need help. Is anybody out there? And they're like, yeah, we're here. Come over, Blue J. Robinson, whatever. Oh my God, holy fucking dinosaur. It's on the road there. T-Rex.
It's on the dinosaur highway.
Yeah. Doc is like, oh my God, it's on its way here. Like the dinosaur highway. It's genetic. It's in their DNA to come back to their migration pattern. Any dinosaur. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be a Gallimimus or a T-Rex or a Dichonomus or a fucking Ankylosaurus.
I mean, T-Rexes were North American. I guess maybe he's got a point there, but again, the whole environment has changed. Wasn't even a desert when it was around.
Instinctually, and he's like, where's all the fucking trees and the
Where's
water?
all the trees?
Jennifer Runyon pushes up her non-existent glasses. She's like, I fucking told you. Dinosaur highway.
Yeah, it's in this valley. I'm like, wouldn't there have been water here at some point?
Yeah, right in that canyon. Yeah. So he loads up a syringe of reagent from the fucking little bottle, sticks Jennifer Runyon with it, and he's like, this will make you feel all better.
He's got that science degree behind some papers or something. He knows exactly how to do this formula.
So just real quick.
Behind the Mad Magazine painting.
Oh,
it's his
God.
degree.
Oh,
Alfred E. Newman.
We'll get to that. Right before we get the big face-off, while he injects Jennifer Runyon with that, we cut back to the Dr. Raven's office. The quarantine people come in and just start fucking shooting everybody who's in there that's sick. Just lights them all up, kills them all.
Like I implied earlier, you're kind of expecting it to happen. You're just waiting for when it's gonna
pretty
happen.
ruthless, though, man.
Yeah.
Considering. So here we go, boys. One of my favorite parts of the whole movie. Every time I see a fucking bobcat in any construction site, I think of this scene.
An actual bobcat, not the animal, but a bobcat excavator. Those little boys.
It's it's like a backhoe, right?
Yep.
So, oh my God, I love it so much. He jumps in the fucking backhoe. Jennifer Runyon's in another one. He's like, stay here. I'm going to fight this dinosaur. You see this fucking dinosaur fucking tromp into the canyon. And he goes fisticuffs with this fucking dinosaur with the bobcat. It's like, get away from her, you dinosaur.
Right.
And it like runs into him.
It is like Aliens a little bit.
Yeah, 100%.
Not as good, but the idea is certainly
It's a lot
there.
of fun.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
It doesn't. It also helps like the inside of the bobcat has those like metal grates like Aliens.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks like a power loader.
It's like the most
yeah.
memorable scene in the friggin' movie.
Oh, 100%.
It's like it was on those one sheets
lobby
that you
cards,
had.
yeah.
I think it's on. That's not on.
No.
It's on.
It's right
some
there.
Of the stuff.
It's on the back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's from 2. Because again.
Oh, that's right. They do it again.
They did the forklift. They're like, we don't want to repeat ourselves. It can't be a tractor. Let's make it a forklift.
And Corman knew, or at least someone on staff who actually had read the fucking book and probably Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
That Corman was like deferring to was like, well, they don't actually kill the T-Rex in Jurassic Park, so we could do that.
Yeah.
No, we're not doing that. So the T-Rex flips his bobcat, and Jennifer Runyon comes to the rescue and like stabs this thing in the leg.
Yeah.
And she like passes out, and he gets out and jumps. Now, you ever worked a bobcat?
I have not.
It's a
Never.
one-seater.
I know it's got those little bars.
Yeah, but I'm saying the seat, there's only
tight,
room enough for one person. So Jennifer Runyon is still in the bobcat, and Doc jumps on her lap and basically squishes her. Like, if Wedge Antilles had to be in the same seat as Luke Skywalker in the fucking Speeder, like, this is what it looks like.
Where's Nine Nub?
Yeah. He's driving the Millennium Falcon.
Oh, okay. Him and Chewie are hanging out.
He's
yeah.
kinging it with Lando. Yeah. He's sitting on Jennifer Runyon's lap, who's fucking passed out, and he ends up ripping the guts at, like, rips this thing's stomach open and fucking punches it in the face with the bobcat and pushes it over.
He's got his tag. He's got his one-liner. I hate wildlife.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not really wildlife. Okay.
Well, that's what I mean, though. Right. They kill it.
Yeah.
They don't kill the T-Rex in Jurassic Park, so that's what I mean. Corman's like, oh, we got one up on it. They kill the big dino. They couldn't do that in JP.
Well,
By
where
the
the
way,
dino...
there's like one. I think there's maybe 2 T-Rexes in the book, and they're babies. They're not even full grown.
There you go.
Oh, in the Carnosaur book, yeah.
The T-Rex inadvertently saves everybody in Jurassic Park.
Yes.
And
Well,
then
the
the people
raptors,
kill the
yeah.
fucking T-Rex in this one.
And that fucking T-Rex is still alive.
It's
like in
like-
canon.
And like seeing it dying on the like this giant puppet is kind of like, oh, that's kind of sad.
Yeah. And then because they do it again in the next
Yeah.
one with a lot of the same footage.
yeah.
Like, this is sad
I was
again.
fully expecting the shotgun to come out, another head to get blown off, but it just
Yeah.
kind of dies.
Oh, Carnosaur 3.
I remember I was going to say that before, whereas Raptor is like all the footage, there is some stock footage from Carnosaur 2 in Carnosaur 3, for sure. So we did it, man. We killed this T-Rex. We're going to be all right. I'm going to go inside. Jennifer Runyon's fine. I'm going to lay her out. You're going to be okay.
Lay her out.
Oh my God. Help us. Mayday, come in. Help us. And okay, buddy, where you at? Oh, thank God the cavalry's coming.
Mm-hmm.
These fucking not suits, but these the government kicks open the fucking door and he's like, "Hey guys!" and they just fucking light this dude up.
Yep.
And just fucking.
They take some pictures too.
They shoot the shit out of him and Jennifer Runyon at the same time, and then some guy comes in with a Polaroid and goes click.
And they're like, "Okay, light this baby
All right,
up."
Oh
sweet.
yeah.
And then they
just
fucking,
in case you weren't sure,
they bust out a flamethrower and just light the whole thing up. And man, the way this movie ends is with a picture of Alfred E. Newman on the wall. It's the famous like "What Me Worry" from Mad Magazine,
which was the first thing you saw when they were first introduced to Doc.
Yes.
The whole face burns away, and behind that, the credits start coming up, but backwards.
Wrong way. Yeah.
Down.
Yeah, and it's like you're going from the bottom up. It's really weird.
It's bizarre.
Yeah.
I have zero evidence of this information. This is just my gut feeling. Even though the end of this movie's kind of crazy with them gutting a fucking T-Rex, I feel like Corman was like, this ain't that memorable. Let's do this shock ending with this weird credit sequence, because that is the thing I remember.
Dude,
it's the shock ending.
It's so bleak, and I love it.
Yeah.
It's like after all that shit.
It was weird to put that up against Jurassic Park, but okay.
Kind of a downer. All the kids are crying walking out of Carnosaur.
Because their parents bought the wrong ticket.
Everybody else is fist pumping out of JP. Like, oh yeah,
that was so good. Steven Spielberg's a genius.
Someone walked late into the movie. They're like, I don't know why you guys like that movie so much. When the girl shit the dinosaur out, they're like, wait, what movie did you watch?
Yeah, and then they get shot at the end.
Actually, people walking out of Little Rascals also fist bumping. So Carnosaur, the only sad ending.
Funny enough, because we just said like 2 just completely ignores the whole.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, it was fine, and it reminds me of one of my favorite, most underrated shows, Millennium, the X-Files sister show
with Lance Henriksen, right?
With Lance Henriksen, season 2 was building up to a huge viral outbreak.
It was Carnosaur,
and then it was involved with chickens and birds. Birds were spreading it. It was manipulated by the Millennium Group to manufacture an apocalypse. But by one sect of the Millennium Group, the other sect didn't agree with it. Anyway, the point is what I'm saying, because season 2, they thought they weren't getting renewed. So they're like, hey, let's just go big. It just ends with this viral outbreak. And it's like him and his wife and his daughter in the cabin. The wife dies. We see all this news report of everyone dying all over the world. And then it got picked up for season 3.
Oops.
And then someone said, well, we can't be the apocalypse. And then someone else probably said, didn't we put this in the X-Files universe? That's going to be weird if no one's dead in X-Files.
Yeah. Mulder and Scully are dead.
So the season 2 ends on this incredibly bleak ending. His hair turns white. You think everyone's dying. And then season 3 is like, yeah, up in Washington State, like 70 people died. I'm like, that's not how the last season.
Well,
the problem is that series had different showrunners for each season.
Yeah.
So even though I love it, it's inconsistent. But I'm like, that was a huge cliffhanger, and you just dropped it. Not as bad as Carnosaur 2 did, where they're like, oh yeah, nothing happened.
Well, Tone, I don't know if you know this or not, but this is the fucking MDU, my man. So what happened was Lance Henriksen was already working for he's Bishop Wayland, as far as I'm concerned. He made that fucking chicken disease, and then we get Carnosaur. Yeah, then that Carnosaur happens, and then he builds a synthetic in his own image, and there you go.
Yeah,
tied it right back to aliens.
He tested it out first on a dog.
Yes,
that knows how to cut people's brake lines.
Yes.
Apparently.
And it can turn invisible and piss acid and everything.
The invisible and the brake line part is where the movie loses.
We got to do
Sorry,
fucking
that
Man's
mutant
Best
dog
Friend.
movie loses me around the breaking the brake line part.
Man's Best Friend we got to do. We've been talking about
I did it with James a few years back if you want to watch that. But yeah, you guys have to cover that.
Oh, hell yeah.
You
I want to do it
100%
so
need to cover
bad.
that.
So, boys, where are we putting Carnosaur?
Top shelf. Top shelf, baby.
I mean, this is dumpster. I think it's. I think this. Okay, I'll phrase this a specific way. Last year when I watched this, I really didn't like it. This year I liked it more. So it's definitely like top dumpster. It's dumpster in the sense of like I feel like it belongs there because it's like that kind of movie. It doesn't quite make it to the shelf for me. I don't like it that much, but I liked it. Last time I was like, wow, that ending, what the fuck? This time I was prepared for it. I think the ending kind of really took me out of it last time. Yeah. But on this second viewing, didn't bother as much. I was kind of like, well, okay, sure. It's very memorable. I got to give Corman that one. And the puppets held up a lot better than I remember. I don't know. Maybe I've seen more things since then. So my brain has more movies of the ilk in the last 360. Not even. You get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a fun-ass movie. I just wish that there was more going on. But again, like we talked about at the beginning of this review, less than $1 million budget. There's only so much you could do. It kind of plays like some of those Godzilla movies where you get a little bit of monster, but it's mostly that human story.
Element,
That's what you kind of get in a lot of these creature features. Not everything can be alligator, unfortunately. That might still take Taco for the one that shows the monster the most that we've at least covered on the show, let's say. But yeah, it's a fun ride. I don't know if it's just like cashing in on Jurassic Park.
It 100% is.
Well, it is, but I think Corman's a little too big for his britches, even if it's Corman on this one.
Well, they were riding on the success and release of Jurassic Park to push this.
I guess a better way to put that is I don't think it quite gets there.
Gotcha.
In the low budget realm, it absolutely is there. It's eating its lunch, or at least. Again, the budget. I think you get what I'm saying. If you've been following the show for a while. But JP, still one of the best movies ever made. Carnosaur, enjoy it, but nowhere close.
I think you got to watch Carnosaur 2.
Maybe I'll change my mind. Now Carnosaur 1's better because I saw 2.
You're going to be a bigger fan of Carnosaur 2 than 1.
You think?
100%.
Okay.
This is top shelf, baby. This is such an influential movie in my life.
Yeah.
I can't think about Jurassic Park without Carnosaur or Carnosaur without Jurassic Park. We grew up when these two movies were coming out. I was a huge dinosaur kid, and I still am a dinosaur adult. This first movie in particular is such a unique movie because, like we said about Carnosaur 2, it's like basically aliens, and like Carnosaur 3 is another one where it's like there's army guys fighting dinosaurs. But the first one is kind of this slow burn. We shouldn't mess with genetics kind of story.
It's topical. It's of
topical
the
at the time.
It's satirical in parts. It is
Yeah.
comedic. So yeah,
the special effects are amazing, and they have so much charm and wonderfulness to them that only John Buechler can do. A big thing for this when I was a kid was that the gore in it. Like one of the first movies to have like dinosaurs actually like ripping people apart, which was really cool. Especially when I was a kid. It still holds up pretty well. But yeah, at its core, it's like this. It's a pandemic movie. And that always freaked me out as a kid. And then coming back to it now to actually dissect it and go through it for the show, it really does it effectively. And I think, like to Sean's point about the human element of this film, it needs to be there, or else it's because for the two other movies, it's just dinosaur hijinks. But this has a really strong backbone to it, and I think that's why it holds up better than the other movies. So yeah, I love Carnosaur so much. I'm looking forward to talking about the other ones in some different way, maybe a commentary track or something later. But Carnosaur fucking rules. If you hadn't seen it, definitely check it out. I mean, it's definitely worth watching at least once for sure. It's just a fun ass ride, and it's like this is one of those video store movies that you would always see and look for, and this was Corman in his 90s prime.
Yeah.
The man pioneered a lot of shit and
That's
was
true.
like the king of B movies, but like he was still going fucking strong into the 80s and into the early 90s for sure. Before he got to Sharktopus and all the sci-fi bullshit.
Yeah.
Well, him and Charlie Band that I love to put together all the time. By the 2000s, the magic was gone.
It
But
was
they
gone.
needed the money, so they had to do something. But 90s, they were still putting out some good stuff.
But this is peak, dude. Fucking Puppet Master 3, 4, and 5 are right around this time. You know what I mean? Right in the pocket there. There's still good shit coming out.
I will say, not a negative, because like we said, the cover's amazing. But like Silverman, bit of a bait and switch. You do still get dinosaurs. It's not like Silverman.
There's
where
a lot of dinosaurs in this.
He's holding that gun. He never uses it.
Yeah.
We don't get this one dino. I am a little disappointed
Real
at
quick,
that.
is this- Okay, no, it's not this one. Does she wear this red dress in the movie?
Never.
Okay. Can you show the back of Carnosaur too?
Oh, there she is hanging with the red dress.
Okay. She doesn't wear the red dress in this movie. This girl in the red dress being eaten by the T-Rex is also not in the movie. So for both movies, they did weird promotional things
All right.
where they put ladies in red dresses who aren't in the movie.
That's because they made the puppets before the movie, and they were like, let's just get some promo pictures eating a beautiful woman or something.
So they had a T-Rex that's not the main T-Rex, and they reused the same T-Rex prop, but
the
again,
back,
they get a different T-Rex for the poster.
Such a nitpick in the actual scheme
I
of
feel
things.
like that's either John Buechler's maquette, or it's what is it? Deinonychus grown.
Maybe.
Dichotomous.
I mean, it definitely has the T-Rex arms.
I will say this is the raptor from
Yeah,
the movie.
that's the
this is
raptor.
100% what the raptors look like.
Yeah. In primal
On the DVD
species.
cover, yeah.
I do want to encourage everyone, now that they did do a reprint, check out the original book.
Yeah.
The book is fun. It's very sleazy. It is a little sleazy.
You know I like it.
Definitely a book to the movie in the future.
Yes, I think you guys
coming.
are going to have a lot of fun
Yeah.
with it. I wanted to reread it, but I didn't have time. But I enjoyed reading it a few years back. It's a quick read. I would love to see that as a movie. As you know, I've tried to do it.
Yes.
But I'm like, this could actually work as a movie or a miniseries, especially after Tiger King. Because there is a Tiger King moment where they just all
really?
fucking get out.
Shit.
You know, do you guys watch Tiger King? You know how they tell the story about the other guy who had his own private zoo and he just let them all out?
yeah.
Something similar happens in the book.
I don't want to take care of these dinosaurs
Doc
anymore.
Antle.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tone, where can we find you and all your episodes and stuff?
Well, you can find me over on Hack the Movies on YouTube or Rumble for 12 people or on wherever you get your audio podcasts. And actually, for free members of Patreon, I put the public podcast feed on there.
Oh, there you go.
Patreon's got better notifications and whatnot. So each description, I have to go back and add it to all the descriptions. Is going to have like a YouTube or Rumble link. So if it's, some of my episodes got kicked off YouTube, I'm going to add the video links in all the descriptions. So yeah, if you sign up for Patreon for a free membership, you at least get all the public stuff.
That's sweet.
And free upgrades and samples. If you want to listen, if you want to watch me and Clayton talk about Carnosaur 2 and 3 or listen to our commentary track, but you don't want to pledge, that's fine. I made them available for individual purchase. You could just buy just those videos or commentary tracks.
It's a smart thing to do. You did there.
Call it a day. And if you like it, maybe you'll sign up. If you don't like it, you'll be like, well, at least I only bought one of them. But I encourage you to sign up and check out what me and Clayton had to say about those because we had fun revisiting 2 and 3. They're a lot of fun. This one, there's a lot to talk about. 2, it's just like, well, remember that part in Aliens?
Yeah, and there it goes.
But yeah, check out all of that stuff. Follow me on my socials, and yeah, that's all I got.
And there you go. But if you want some more Movie Dumpster content, you can head over to patreon.com/Movie Dumpster. You can get an ad-free audio version of the show for only $2 a month, plus some other great stuff at the $5 and $10 tiers. If you don't want to do that, you can also jump over to YouTube. We have a YouTube subscriber program there. It's not exactly like our Patreon. There are physical items on our Patreon that you do not get with YouTube. So figure out which one of those you might be interested in and help support your favorite show.
And if you're watching this episode on YouTube, please like it and share it and subscribe if you're not already. And if you're listening on your favorite podcast app, leave us that 5 stars and a review if you got the time. Even a sentence helps. Anything to let us know if you like the show or how we could improve it. And it really does help grow this community that we're trying to create, this dumpster community. We want to get the show into more eardrums, eyeballs, and everything in between. Do the count, go back in the episodes, take a shot every episode I screw it up. But we really do appreciate you guys doing the reviews and sharing the word on the show.
Yeah, man, leaving those comments and those reviews really help more than anything. It doesn't cost a dime. It's free. Leave them. Do it. Share it with your friends. Do all that good stuff. But if you do want to spend a little bit of money, you can go to MovieDumpsterPodcast.com. We have a store there where you can buy hats, t-shirts, stickers, all kinds of good stuff like that. We also have a calendar there, which will tell you where the Dumpster Boys are going to be. And here's some stuff we got coming up.
September 27th and 28th, we will be vending at Crypt Video Rentals Goes to Hell at Neshaminy Creek Brewing in Croydon, PA. Come out for Found Footage Festival's Spooky Spectacular with an opening musical performance from Lapses, followed by a screening of Six Slices Pizza Party Massacre on Saturday. Then on Sunday, director Adam Marcus will screen his brand new documentary Hearts of Darkness, The Making of Jason Goes to Hell, followed by a screening of Jason Goes to Hell, The Final Friday. Grab your tickets now and let's ring in the spooky season right. We'll see you there.
So yeah, check it out at MovieDumpsterPodcast.com.
And remember, folks, to check your eggs to make sure there's no green in them. And your ham.
So that's it. That's Carnosaur from 1993, directed by Adam Simon. I'm Joel Escola.
I'm Sean O'Rourke.
I'm Tony from Hack the Movies.
Thanks for visiting the dumpster.